Nice.
Oh,
I haven't
nice.
got an 8.
Nice. Everybody's rolling for the session.
Yeah.
While you guys are rolling, what is going on, my frosty friends? My name is Wintercasice, and welcome back to Discord Dungeons and Dragons with the Solaires, specifically Tiny, Herma, Stray, and Welf. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Oh.
I don't feel like it. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
just this one time. God! They're trying to make me say hi. But anyways, Tiny, is that a natural one? Oofta.
Severity. See what happens to blue in the start.
Roll severity for starting the session. He has a heart attack and dies when the session starts.
Oh my
Your
god.
news was too much for him.
Oh my
Killed him
god.
immediately.
Oh, I am gonna hang on to this information.
Wait, what did I missed something. I needed to check something real quick.
Oh, sorry about that. My friend from online just sent me some really cool homebrew ideas for Wendigo. I'm just gonna.
Ego.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Walter. I know what you're thinking. Don't do it. Not right now.
No, not right
Don't.
now. Not right now. But just hang on.
All right.
He just sent me an email like, "Hey, dude, check this out," and it's just like,
Here.
ooh.
No.
Oh, he sends me some really cool stuff, and I start workshopping it.
No.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I started to do that and then thought it was a bad idea, so I didn't. And then you did it.
going to hold my question.
Yeah, I guess you're Batman, the motherfucking Dark Knight.
I'm going to hold my question.
It's actually a song by Warp Zone. It's so good. But anyways, yeah, besides, you guys don't have to worry. Wendigos hang around forests and everything, and you guys aren't near a forest.
Yes, we are.
What are you talking about?
At least we're not in the forest. I mean, we're close, but not in the forest.
Hey,
You know you're muted, Blue.
Well, any hoozles.
Hey, where's Sarah? Sarah's fine. Sorry, I just thought of something funny. She's right here.
Right here.
It was echoing.
I echo off Kazir's.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Do I
It's
need
okay.
to-
It's something random. Like every now and again, my voice just echoes.
I think what causes it is just I need to start using the old headsets again.
I agree.
My voice echoes so much. All right, but without further ado, let's go ahead and remember. Let's remind everyone what happened last time on D&D. So the Solaires, upon their success in completing the Thieves Guild mission of clearing out a Thieves Guild bunker, taking care of a creature that they'd never seen before, some kind of weird snake creature, but it had powers that definitely a snake should not have. Upon investigating, they found some interesting details, various items that they found amongst them. The party found a couple of magical items. One in particular is a skull of truth and lies. Along with that, upon cutting the snake open a bit and looking into its internal parts, they noticed the blood, which was a bit different than the traditional blood of a creature. It seemed black, like demon's ichor. They took some samples, and after taking some parts off of the creature, the party decided to start asking the skull some questions. Upon asking the skull questions, some got answers that they were looking for, some got more than what they were looking for. And upon asking questions, Garnan had found information he really didn't want to know, but he wanted to know at the same time. Knowledge is a dangerous thing. Upon asking some more questions, Kazir learned where his wife was being held, possibly. And then Garnan had the genius idea to have Bim cast message to his brother Ezrin. Upon doing so, A little bit of a situation ensued where Bimp got half possessed. Garnan went on a bit of a rampage. Blue erased part of Garnan's memory. Oh my god, guys. Recounting all this. The party then decided to leave the dungeon after lighting everything ablaze. Upon everyone leaving, Bimp looks back to see that Knackle had stayed behind, and he'd even cast a spell upon the creature, making it vanish. Returning to the party and moving along, most of the party returned back to the Grey Mirror, looking to get some rest and maybe get some drinks after a hard-fought battle. But in the meantime, Blue decided to go check in with Daldir and give him a sample of the blood. And had a bit of a face off with Mary, one of the local clerics. And also in the meantime, Henrik decided to go back to see Uncle Dead. And upon using his facilities at the local alchemy shop, you were able to test some of the items that were upon there. I, in all honesty, forgot what the name of the poison is. It's the lunar It's a lunar something. I can't remember the poison name. I have to look it up because I thought I wrote it down, but it was in one of my sticky notes and not in my notebook. So I have to rewatch the stream. I have its effects. The lunar plague. Thank you. I have the stats for it. I just didn't have the name. Thank you. Lunar plague.
Such a good DM. Writing
It was in a sticky note. Well, shut up. I get these ideas at random times in the day. I'm lucky that it's not on a fucking deleted note on my phone. Yeah, it sounded like Nightshade. Yeah, lunar plague I believe is what it was called. I'll double check it when I have a little bit more time. I've been busy. God, so much judgment, Wealth. But anyways.
Oh, judgment here.
Either way. Okay, that repeat's coming from you, Wealth. Alright, anyways, upon taking a look at that poison, Henrik was actually able to not only identify the poison, but was even able to create an antidote, an antitoxin for it. That was, Henrik is as the world bearer, I can vouch that Henrik is the first person to create an antidote for this. So it actually is priceless, as there are probably a ton of nobles who would pay out the wazoo to get it. Hey DJ, welcome to the chat. But after studying that, he also decided to study the snake's poison, which he doubly named snake oil. A venom that was found inside of the serpent that you all vanquished. And lastly, Henrik decided to study and analyze the blood of the creature. After some extensive study and taking some of his own blood and using it as an experiment, oh gosh, what am I had to write down like a ton of scientific terms. Using it as a non-contaminated substance in comparison to the contaminated substance, catalyst, thank you. Essentially, Henrik was able to verify that this was a type of demon ichor mixed with blood. Human blood, a material plane creature's blood. Using various textbooks and knowledge of alchemy and supernatural creatures, Henrik was able to deduce that this wasn't a traditional demon. This creature's home plane was the material plane. So basically, this creature had all the advantages of being a demon, but none of the weaknesses of being bound by time. That is an awesome name for an antidote. But, essentially, this was not a traditional creature. This was a creature that was infected, which Henrik was able to determine that this was... Henrik was able to determine that this was a plague. a type of plague, a type of illness, a disease. Upon discovering this, Henrik proceeded to freak out and well, by freak out, I mean probably get all huff and puffed and made his way out the door as fast as possible. Made his way to the inn, basically telling the party, we need to go now. We need to go see Daldir and all of them. We need to go. Anxious, yes. Upon going there, Blue had his own bit of a epiphany. Without telling Philman what the fuck is happening. Oh yeah, basically, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And Philman's like, whoa, whoa, and he's like, no time, come. But upon heading to the mayor's office, Blue had his own bit of a epiphany. And so the session ended upon getting into the mayor's office, seeing Daldir, Gollum and Mary all inside of the mayor's office. So, Solaris, you guys enter the mayor's office to see the three of them looking at you expectantly, going, is there something we can help you with? Blue, I spoke with you just a few hours ago. What seems to be the issue?
Blue is currently pale. Henrik found something out. Henrik, tell.
Okay, so we had I had a vial of this demon blood that I was experimenting with.
Ah, yes, I did. And he watches. He pulls up a vial that Blue handed him. I haven't really had too much time to study it. It's a very unique combination of substances. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what kind of demon this is. It's a little odd.
I figured out what kind of demon blood it is.
Oh, please share.
It's demon blood mixed with human blood, or not human blood, mortal blood.
Hold on one second. He's gonna roll. But that's preposterous. Like there's no possible way in order for a demon to be able to attach itself to the mortal plane. It's limited to a time frame. They're attached to the abyss. That's why abyssal creatures don't, make their way over to our realm. But they don't pop into our side of the woods.
Objection.
Oh, I didn't know we were playing Phoenix Wright. I should play Phoenix Wright on this channel.
Yes.
I swapped to my old mic, so there shouldn't be any more echoing.
Awesome.
At least from my end.
Awesome. So go ahead, Henrik.
Through this research I've been founding, I've also realized that through this sort of blood transfusion of the abyssal blood into the mortal blood, their home plane is no longer the abyssal plane. It is the material realm. So whenever someone uses a spell like banishment to send them back to their home world, that is not their home world anymore. They come back to the material plane.
You see Daldir kind of looking a little bit in shock. I would like you to roll me a persuasion check.
Winter, could I assist? Blue is currently standing against the wall, pale and shaking.
Sure. I'll allow it with advantage.
16.
Your persuasion's just +1.
Yeah, I have +1 charisma.
I'm the persuasive one, but Blue's not talking.
That's fair. I thought in my brain I imagined Henrik was a little bit more persuasive.
My persuasiveness, my research, I showed fact.
Daldir kind of gives you a raised eyebrow.
I know. It's weird. But come here, I'll show you, and I'll show him what I found out.
Okay. So you guys are now taking a back seat and watching as Henrik goes over his findings, shows him some of the experiments, and Henrik even takes some of the time to demonstrate how the effects of this ichor blood mixes with humans' blood. In all honesty, you know what, everybody, I want you to all roll an intelligence check.
Oh no.
Yeah, straight intelligence. Because they're doing something.
Kazir's more mentally. We can say Kazir's just more mentally distracted by where his wife is, wondering if she's okay, etc., etc. because
Nah.
this is the first time yada yada.
Blue wasn't paying attention. He's just shaking.
Let's say, Henry, about to say, Karik is, like, checked out. He doesn't understand what's going on. Knuckle, while being... no, Knuckle, I would actually... Okay, Knuckle...
Would this be with advantage?
Knuckle has an idea of what's going on. He's still very limited when it comes to experiments with blood.
With or without advantage?
Without advantage.
And this is just straight intelligence?
Straight intelligence.
No bonuses, no nothing?
No bonuses, no.
10.
10? Okay. Bimp has...
I rolled a 6.
Bimp is pretty cognizant of what's going on. And Alosa actually knows exactly what's going on, as she is somebody who's not
Oh
necessarily...
shoot, I need to roll for filming.
She's not necessarily into blood like blood science, but she's familiar with blood magic. Philman probably has no idea. He's like, I don't know, son.
7?
Yeah, I don't know, son.
I rolled my 1 die and my 1 die
He
rolled
said-
over by the door.
He seemed to cut his finger, and with doing that, using that black stuff there, it seemed to do something with. I assume that probably means something.
Oh, well, the one that rolled on the floor
Doubted to
is a
understand.
16.
Well, Daldir, with that, Daldir understands now. His eyes start to widen. I say, I don't. This would be very intriguing if it wasn't terrifying at the concept.
Blue now steps forward. I was a bit of a major back at the college floor. Demons and devils, they're not powerful enough for this. Injecting some with them, they won't turn, but from what I've learned so far. Like, take Ezrand, for one of the Broken Skull Slayers. He has grown, turned shade in color, and grown horns. I have heard that he worships Bahamut.
Mm-hmm.
So, with him being the only way this would happen is someone being powerful enough, like an abyssal lord.
Interesting. Hold on. Actually, Daldir's gonna roll for this. Daldir seems to get a very interested look on his face. You know, Blue. You might be onto something there. Henrik, for your research, do you know what kind of demon's blood this is?
We got it from the.
I'm
We got it from the blood of a snake. One of us.
I'm referring to the type of demonic ichor that was used in this. Do you know what kind of creature's ichor was put into this creature? Henrik, I would like you to roll me a religion check.
Yes, religion. The one skill I still don't have proficiency in. That's a 15.
Could I give him bardic inspiration for this?
Ding 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 ding.
I don't know why. That's what comes out.
I will
every time
say
hear
because he
playing
already rolled. I would say no. But
He didn't
15.
say it, so.
For your case, Henrik, your knowledge on demons isn't super vast. You know mostly based on research. As far as studying demonic ichor, that's a whole nother ballpark that you're not quite familiar with. If you had to guess, a base guess, it has to be maybe a lower level demon. It doesn't. The creature itself wasn't like. It didn't have some overwhelming power. It was very powerful, but nothing that would seem like, a god-related level of power.
I guess.
I see. Then, Blue, you may have a point. We've been talking a while about the concept of Abyssal Lords having avatars, which it would be impossible. It's not possible. Not naturally. You can't... The gods can create avatars using the actual force of power and nature around them. That's why we can see them. We've met... There are even mortals who have met the avatars of their deities. However, Abyssal Lords, while powerful enough to be essentially gods, they can't create them. However, if they were to share their blood, an Abyssal Lord's blood, with a specific individual, who knows the limitations of the power of that individual?
Gods, they can create pretty much something from nothing. Abyssal Lords, they need a host.
They need...
I believe the members of the Broken Host, Skulls, crazy enough, are their hosts.
This is one hell of a conspiracy theory.
Conspiracies are great and all, but this could potentially be some sort of new epidemic.
You're right.
So, I am proposing at 9 a.m. tomorrow, sharp. I want Blue, Alosa, Knackle, Vim, and you, Daldir, to join me in helping make a cure for this.
I can certainly try. We can use some of my facilities here. As he stands up, Golemtis kind of looks at him like Garnan. He's a little like scratching his head like, huh?
Can I be heard? I just want to be sure. Can I be heard?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
How is my quality right now?
It's alright.
It's a little bit lower.
Decent.
Yeah, it works.
That's
It's
why.
passable.
Yeah, it's
It's a little echoey.
but it's okay.
Okay. Apparently this computer has an inbuilt mic. I'm just gonna use it instead.
Okay.
It works better than the other one.
Thanks. Garnan looks at Henrik and says, "What about me? What am I gonna do?"
And Karek looks, what am I supposed to do?
Well, be
Protect
bodyguard.
the others
Sit
from
outside the shop
assassins.
while we work.
Honey, shut up.
Protect us from
Yeah.
assassins.
Alosa actually kind of stands up and says, that's actually not a bad idea. If we do have assassins after us, and we're going to try to research this, then we may need someone to just keep an eye out to make sure that we don't get attacked. Granted, I think it would be quite insane to see someone try to attack the mayor's office,
Maybe.
but it could still be very dangerous.
Alosa, can I talk to you after all this is over with?
Absolutely, absolutely. This is...
You too, Blue.
You cut
Mary,
out.
will you join us tomorrow?
Mary
I need
nods.
some extra help.
Mary nods. Demons and demon research is under my speciality. I am a cleric of the god of magic, after all.
Winter, what time is it right now?
For you guys, after all that research and everything, it's actually like 7 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not quite sundown, but it's getting close.
I guess I go over to Garnet.
At this point, I will
Still
say
pale.
I will say that Henrik and Daldir probably start talking a little bit more about the information. Henrik, Daldir does show you his own private laboratory. You are absolutely flabbergasted. This is a high-end alchemical laboratory. The only thing you've seen it's in its own section of the room here in the it's in its own little separate section of the mayor's office, which you know is a massive building. A subsection of it is been subsequented to basically a college level alchemical laboratory. Daldir.
Mayor Daldir?
Yes, Henrik. What's up?
Do you happen to have a library in this major building?
Oh, Henrik, as he shows you one of the walls, which is covered in books.
I'm going to look through the books and see and try to find anything I can about demons and
Did he
abyssals.
just say library?
Library.
Library.
Burr.
Literally. Literally.
Come on.
Let's look place.
Anyways, you're look for books on demons and everything.
Yes.
You see Daldir point to a section. You're going to want to go up to the third shelf, about 17 books to the left. You'll find a little subsection on demons. If you're looking on specific demons, you're going to want to go to the fifth shelf, up into 19 to the right, and you'll find more subsequential demons.
Just give me a sec. I'm going to put on my steampunk goggles, and I'm going to start reading these books because I have 3 times the reading speed of a normal human.
Okay, so you're just going to take this time to go through a handful of books?
As many books as I can, yeah.
Okay, that's going to take...
I'm doing as much research as possible.
How many hours... How much time do you want to put into this?
So... I'm going to put 2 hours, 3 hours of this.
Okay, so in
3
that...
hours, so you go until 10 p.m.
So Daldir will assist you on that, and it just takes some time to do that. Have you roll me a... Just have me roll a knowledge check with advantage. So, intelligence check.
Straight intelligence?
Yeah, straight intelligence. Daldir is... What did I say?
16.
15? Okay.
Yeah, 16.
16? Okay. Daldir is going to roll 2. Okay. Duly noted. So you guys are doing research. Doing research! In the meantime... Galantis kind of looks at the rest of the party. I think that I will be taking this time to go through the garrison and make sure that and go talk with the guards and see if there's anybody that may not be how they seem to be.
Can I insight check him?
Every neck you can.
Yes, go ahead if you want to roll an insight check.
Never mind.
He's telling the truth. Good old Galantis.
Check every neck you can. Usually the broken skulls have their thing on their neck.
Duly noted. I will make sure that the guards and all our forces can double check it. Mary, have you messaged some of the clerics? Have you talked with Monica and make sure she spreads out the word? And you see Mary nod in agreement as she makes motions in the air. Very Blue, you're very familiar with this. As she casts message and sends the information. Apologies.
Message or sending?
Oh, sorry, it's sending. I'm so sorry. I'm so used to. God, I get the two mixed up all the time. Sending is message.
They pretty much do the same thing. Message has a range of 120 feet. Sending
exactly.
A range of infinite.
Yeah, sending has a range of being on the same plane of existence.
You don't even need to be on the same plane.
But as far as message has a distance. But anyway, so yeah, she sends a message using the sending spell. And Galantis looks to you and goes, apologies. Monica is one of the head clerics over over where the sanctuaries are. I'm going to have them assist in making sure there aren't any infections. If that's what we're looking for. Again, as Galantis looks a little confused on the situation, but understands the urgency.
Thank you.
In the meantime, if you are all starting research in the morning, then I would recommend you get some sleep.
Guardian, you want to talk to us? How's the gun?
Book. I see that comment, Henrik.
Book. I suppose while it's still done yet, Guardian wanted to talk to.
I'm here.
Hello.
Hi, I'm just eating chips. That's why it says I'm typing, because I'm using push to talk.
Oh. Anyways, so you guys, I just so I get understand this. Do most of the parties, is most of the party heading back to the inn at this point?
Most of the party's heading back. Garnian, Alyssa, and Blue are sticking behind the top, I believe.
In the meantime, Karik, Alosa, Filman, Bimp, Knackle. They're all heading back to the inn, staying together as a group. Alosa is
sticks with us.
Yep, Alosa sticks behind with you and Garnan. Kazir is quietly following, troubling with his wife. So, is Kazir choosing to stay behind with Henrik, or is he following the party back to the inn? Seems like Kazir's in some deep self-reflection. The party? Okay, so Kazir heads back with the party to the inn. Alright, so it is now Blue, Alosa, and Garnan. You're now...
Wait, I need to give Garnan back the ring.
Oh, okay, so before she leaves, though, Garnan,
Yeah.
Bimp walks up to you and she takes off the ring that you gave her. And she places it... She places it back in your hand.
What is this?
This is a ring that you gave. This is a ring that you gave me, just in case. It's a death ward ring.
The fuck is a death
It's a
ward?
proposal, Wealth. Come on.
It's a ring that would protect.
You don't die when you die.
It's a ring.
Oh.
It's a ring that will protect you from death, even from a spell that would cause instant death.
What?
It only works once per day, though.
That's twice per day.
No.
No, the cloak works
It was
twice
once
per day.
The cloak works twice a day. The ring only works once a day.
Death ward twice a day would be broken.
Yeah, it would. That would be better than the... If you gave that to half-orc, they could die 3 times for getting up.
Yeah, the death ward ring only works one time per day.
So,
Okay.
Just still pretty good.
Garnan's gonna look at Blue once everyone's walked off. What the... Oh, I haven't. That was confusing. I'm eating spicy chips, so you gotta give me a second to pull my mouth off.
Is it spicy dill pickle?
It's spicy dill pickle, yeah.
Hell yeah, good choice.
Those are
They're
good.
so good.
They are so good, right, babe?
So good.
Yeah.
God
Do you
damn,
guys
they're
still sell
hot.
those at work?
They are, but they're so good.
Do you guys sell them at work still?
Once
Anyway.
No, I wish.
Man!
now you don't have to self-5 it. You can high-five your wife.
I know. I don't have to still find myself anymore.
Blue,
Uh,
I mean, you still
why did you wipe my
want
memory?
to.
And what does this have to do with it? He points to the ring you just put on.
we found a special item. Then... Apparently, you wanted a Bimp to call Ezrin. And then you nearly attacked Bimp.
Why did I want to?
You found out. You asked the item where your father was located, and you found out that he was in Starlam.
He's what?
She's gonna go ahead and put her hand on your shoulder, and I need to double check her spells real fast. Hold on one second.
No, you.
Does she have calm emotions?
That's
You
I'm
bitch.
double checking that real fast.
You motherfucker.
I have another first level.
This
I
is
will
what
wipe
happens
your
whenever
memory
you're
if I
not
have
whenever
to.
you're too much of a baby to control your emotions, Garnan.
I do have
Shut up,
another
Magic
first.
Man.
Do have another first level. Will wipe your memory if I have to.
Well, you just keep losing hours of memory. You just keep losing hours of your life, dude. Come on. Pull yourself together, man.
Looking at her prepared spells.
Does she have spell slots?
She does have spell slots, yes. She's been very careful with how many spells she's been using. Look, basically, I'm playing her, and if I was playing a witch, I would be very cautious with how many spell slots I'd
Kind of
use.
like a warlock.
Yeah.
Kind of like a warlock, just very carefully using her spelling. Her spelling, yes. Nope, she's gonna use her normal ability called charming him.
Roll a persuasion check.
Hold on.
Garnet has
No.
Hold on.
She just grabs his dick. Calm
No.
down, big boy.
It's a 14 to a 14 with persuasion, trying to calm you down.
It does not hurt.
What is
You are angry.
Guardian, please calm yourself. If you do, I will tell you what happened. If not, Blue's hands glow a sickly green. He prepares Eldritch Blast.
You tried to attack Bimp. When you asked her to contact Ezrin to ask why he did that, and you got your answer, you went into a blind rage to attack Bimp.
I protected my friend.
We are
Darnan's eyes start to go a little bloodshot.
we are
He's
not
not raging.
we are not your
He's just
enemies.
angry.
We're not your enemies, Garnan.
But he is, and he has the most beloved member of my family in his grasp.
We're going to get him. Do not worry.
My mouth is so hot. We need to wrap this up so I can go get some milk.
Go get some milk.
It
We'll wait.
hurts. I'm gonna go get some milk. Hold on.
Okay. Damn, I forgot that Alosa didn't have calm emotions. That seems like such a witch spell. Hold on, I have the witch spells right here. I gotta double check that real fast.
I do have a little worded numbers.
Gotta pull up my witch packet. Pulling up my witch packet.
You guy my side skipping, so
I know, I saw. Okay, here we go. Spells.
I could cast friends on him.
You could. That would calm him down for about a minute.
then he becomes hostile.
Let's see.
He becomes hostile depending on your relationship with him.
I can do animal friendship. Would that work?
No.
I mean, he is an animal, but he's a bit of a cow.
My mouth hurts.
Only a...
But
I got orange juice. It's good enough.
Oh no, it's not.
It's all.
Ah, yes, get the acidic drink to ease the pain in the mouth.
It's
At least
working.
he didn't get Coke.
I had Dr. Pepper beforehand.
go ahead.
Why?
Because I was thirsty.
Fizzy drinks make it hurt worse.
No, water makes it hurt worse.
Well, I wouldn't question the chef.
Oh, also,
Fair point.
I just realized something. I'm gonna have to double check that with Wealth later.
It's not hurting.
She's gonna go ahead and cast Contagion on him.
What does that do?
No, that's a very dangerous spell, and it's 5th level, and it would kill her if she tried to cast it.
It would kill her and most likely him.
Yes.
I was about to cast Banishing Smite.
Yeah, just banish Garnan to the abyss for a second.
Again.
I
The
mean,
third time.
I mean, if you banished Garnan would end up in the Astral Sea.
I know.
He's been banished
Isn't
before.
it silly?
Twice.
Think about what you've done. You're in timeout.
He got banished twice by the Hydra.
I know, that was still so funny.
Yeah.
I just remember Walp going, "What the fuck?"
Anyways, what's happening?
At this moment, you're still
Uh,
your eyes are partially bloodshot as you're staring at Blue and Alosa.
Yeah, I knew that.
Blue's hands are currently glowing with eldritch energy, prepared to fight.
Garnan, you need to understand where we're coming from, and I personally understand where you're coming from.
He just kind of looks at her with a curious look.
The truth,
No, not the polka dog eyes.
the truth is, I haven't been quite forthright with you all.
Yeah, no shit. I know nothing about
You haven't really told us anything about you.
She rolls her eyes. There's a reason why.
I'll be right back.
There usually is.
The truth is, technically, Alosa isn't even my name. My name is Alora.
Oh, that's a pretty name. I like that.
I'm actually I was banished from my homeland.
Oh.
I
The bloodshot just slowly fades during this.
The truth is, clairvoyancy is not a welcome thing among the witches. To see bits and pieces of the future to many witch covens is considered a great sin amongst their beliefs, because the future is not supposed to be predicted. We get visions from nature for things that could be potentially dangerous, but true clairvoyance is considered outlawed. Our magic, as she demonstrates a little bit of her magic in her hands, typically is one's meant to heal or to hurt, but we're never meant to see past that. The only exception we have is when we cast scry upon people, and even that is a very limited use amongst our covens. I was actually meant to be the next leader of my coven. I revealed my abilities to a very close personal friend of mine. She kind of lowers her head.
I can definitely try. I might have to leave it back.
To my mother.
Damn. Garnan's bloodshot eyes are gone at this point. He's
And
no longer angry, and he just sets his hand on the one that's on his shoulder.
I was banished by my own mother.
Okay.
But she didn't do it because of hatred towards me.
I don't feel like you.
She did it
Okay.
because it was the only way that I would live. My coven realized this threat that was happening in Atharia. These opening portals of darkness. They saw great danger, and as the spirits warned them of this oncoming danger, I was offered to return to the coven if I accomplished this mission, but the truth is, I turned it down. Who
You
knows?
must find the Avatar to restore her honor. Oh, no.
Fuck you. I turned
Even
out.
Avatars.
I
to
tur-
restore her.
I turned down the offer to return to the coven. Yeah, being reinstated would have been amazing, but how long before they change their mind because I'm a clairvoyant again?
Fix the room.
And so instead they threatened to kill my mother if I didn't do this. And when I came to Atharia, I rushed it. I thought I could just head towards where the portals were and get this done as fast as possible, not taking into account that I am considered a rare commodity, as you see her fingers go up and down. And I was sold into slavery.
That's where I came along.
Yes. I have no want to return to my homeland. But I need to make sure that my mother doesn't get executed because of me.
Alosa. Alora.
Alosa, please. Alora was a lifetime ago.
Garnet nods his head. My tribe up in the north, we're not too different. Shut the fuck up, Irma.
Fuck you, Irma.
Damn it. You ruined my vibe. We're not too different from your way of life. And they're surprisingly accepting. After all of this ends, I plan to go back and remove my banishment. It would be nice if you could accompany me.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, don't fuck me over it.
She looks at you. How much like my coven is your tribe?
We. Turn on. We follow the ways of nature as well. And clairvoyancy, it isn't outlawed there. In fact, it can be used in a good way to avoid any possible attacks. I'm not saying they would use you for your powers, because I know they wouldn't. I know my tribe. They're all like that.
I just imagine Garnan's fumbling his words. He's just like, yeah, they could definitely use it, but I mean not like use you, but I mean like.
Yeah. I realized what I said after I said it. Whoops.
Whoops! Woo! No. She looks at you, and she kind of just nods her head. We have a lot of work to do. I will consider it. As she gives you a very serious look.
Garnan puts his hand on her cheek and looks her in the eye. We will get that work done. I promise you.
She nods her head.
We should get back to the inn. We have work to do in the morning.
Indeed. Come along, Blue. As she puts her hand on your shoulder, Blue.
Blue just flips out of a bit of a squeak when she puts her hand on his shoulder. He has a tear running down his face.
That was so beautiful.
No, this made Blue think of something else.
Mmm.
We're the exact opposites. Blue starts walking back Then
Just like, yeah, you guys want to see your parents, and I don't fucking care about mine. Fuck them.
I was thinking he was talking
No.
about. Well, then okay.
what? No, Blue was saying. Blue said that you guys are the exact opposites. Because you guys want to go save your parents. Blue wants the exact opposites for his. But the party does not know that yet. Only Kazir does.
I'm aware of it. I love that was the thing that went through Blue's head.
Winter, how was my roleplay there?
That was good. That was solid.
You're grading me.
I will say, Wealth, that I was thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
This is the exact opposite of Karma's campaign, by the way. You have like no roleplay there.
Yeah, that.
Oh, we would have more. I'm the only one that ever does it.
See, if I was involved, I would have definitely.
We have been put through combat encounter after combat encounter. We would have done roleplay, but then he stuck bandits on us
Ouch.
after Vashak died.
Yeah, the thing is that I've been involved in campaigns where there's no roleplay, and I'm sorry, like, if you're gonna do that, you might as well just play a video game.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun to me.
As Blue walks away, he wipes the tear from his face and actually speed walks away.
Garnan sits back after watching them walk off
Mm-hmm.
for a moment, just thinking about what he just heard.
You guys actually got to learn Losa's backstory.
About damn time.
Yay!
too.
Or is either of them smart enough to know Blue's actual meaning for those words?
You know what? Garnan, roll an insight check.
What was that for?
Insight. For seeing if what Blue meant by what he said.
Oh, okay.
Blue meant by I want the exact opposite of what you guys want.
Alosa got a 21.
Oh, she probably knows. What do you mean?
Yeah, no, there's a look of recognition, but she's not gonna pry. She knows how much she of all people knows what it means to keep your backstory, your background a secret.
Alright, to the end. So, that's a 2. To the end.
By the way, Wow, I sent you a DM
Sleep.
just because I forgot to send that to you yesterday.
Thank you. I could have used that. Damn it.
Sorry. Well, I mean, now you have it.
Good night, Daddy.
Nice, sweetie. Aw, you have a good night's sleep, okay?
Okay.
Don't make me have to go in there and elbow drop you. Love you. God. Come here, I'm gonna eat you now. Love you, sweetie. Now you get out of here, you little rascal. Yes, that's the kind of parent I am.
I am no longer using Appray because of the fact that it screwed me right there.
Ouch.
Don't make me come in there and elbow drop you.
Yeah.
My god.
That's so disappointing too.
Yeah, that would have been so good if you actually knew what he meant.
Yeah, and I worded that so well, but
You did.
Appray's a cunt. I hate this bot so much.
I honestly, I so badly wanted to give you advantage, but I'm just like, no, this has to be a straight roll. Like, this has to be.
Why wasn't it?
What?
Advanced?
Was that with
With the insight or
yeah,
the
no,
persuasion?
the persuasion when he was trying to persuade Alosa,
Yeah.
or as you guys.
Yeah, no, I figured that would be advantage because of what he did.
I know. I was so
He
tempted.
saved her.
I
You
was,
should have done it.
but at the same time, you also showed
Yeah.
hostility towards her.
I didn't show it
Yeah.
to her.
You were going. You were about to let your rage out in front of her, which means.
No, I was not. No, I wasn't. It could be interpreted that way, but no.
Exactly.
Okay, Mr.
He was
Bloodshot Eyes.
pissed at Ezrin. He wasn't about to go lash it on her.
No, I completely understand, but because you gave the appearance that you were going to go ballistic,
You know what, Winter? Make me a damn insight check.
I will.
Do it.
I use
Do
my,
it!
I
See if
use.
she could read his intentions then. Going back in time a little bit.
Natural 2.
Oh boy.
About to say that would be 16.
Okay, then yeah. I'd say that's... Do I need to roll too?
I would say yes.
What I roll?
Yeah, well, I guess in this case, since she's rolling insight, I want you to roll persuasion that you're not trying to be aggressive. That would be let your anger take control.
Manuel, persuade the DM.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Sucko.
But I say, just, you gotta stand. As much as it pains me to like be that guy, but I'm just saying, like I interpreted it the way I did, and that would be the way Alosa interpreted it. It's
I
not.
really do have to-
However, I will not. I will say this: you
Ow.
technically didn't fail. You were just trying to persuade her to come to where your homeland is. That doesn't mean you failed necessarily. It just means you failed to kind of encourage her to do it now. If that makes sense.
It would have been such a good time because she finally revealed her backstory. That was like the perfect time. Ugh.
However, you guys head back to the back to the inn. Henrik, you're taking the time to go over books and you're pouring through information. You find a lot of information. A wide variety of information from various demons and various different subclasses of demons. You're going through various books that detail demonic entities, demonic possession, demonic creatures that are still being studied, as there are still a wide variety of demons that have not yet been truly looked at. And you find a book on the Abyssal Lords. The ones that have been thoroughly studied and have an understanding of, and he would know, and basically Henrik is going over all the demon lords that have made their presence known.
Okay.
Do you,
Side question?
what's up?
Quick side question. If Henrik read enough books about religion, could he become proficient in it?
This would take quite a bit of time. It wouldn't be something that you could just do like off the cuff, but with time, I would say that yes, he could become proficient. But it would take like learning a language. It would take quite a bit of time.
Doesn't he read like 3 times faster? So
He does, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he retains all that knowledge 3 times faster.
true.
You want to roll an intelligence check to retain all the knowledge, Winter?
Basically, basically, for right now, we're gonna roll with it. But as we progress, if you continue to study religion, I will have you roll I'll have you do various rolls, and then we can determine with a little bit of time if you become proficient. So, religion check. That's a 20. Okay.
That's a 20.
Duly noted. Now, my question for you, Herma, as a player, do you want to know who all the demonic the Abyssal Lords are?
Yes.
Okay.
Half an hour lore drop.
No. We're not going to go too far into this. Just the overview.
You save that now.
The first
Honey,
one,
take note.
the first one you see on this list is one that you're already very familiar with. It is the symbol of a standing minotaur whose body is covered in purple fur, antlers that seem to be a deep lavender, and carrying a very large spiked glaive. This you would know as the demonic lord Baphomet. He is basically he's essentially the god of minotaurs. He believes that civilization is weakness and savagery is strength, and it is his credo. Baphomet, the horned king and the prince of beasts. He is worshipped by those who want to break the confines of civility and unleash their bestial natures, for Baphomet envisions a world without restraint, where creatures live out their most savage desires. That is a gist of the base information that most people know about Baphomet. An evil wild mother, kind of, except for it's more like nature. There are creatures in nature that do live without restraint. Baphomet just encourages the dark side of nature. He doesn't want to see nature just
lack of restraint.
The difference is he's not necessarily like the opposite of the wild mother, because Baphomet still loves nature. It's just that he believes that the creatures
He loves it a different way.
Exactly.
It's like a mother and a father. They show their love a different way.
The next thing you see is a picture of what appears to be a two-headed ape-like creature with tentacles for arms and a large tail and legs. One appears to be have lava in its eyes, and the other seems to have a torrent of water in the other. This creature is called the Demogorgon. Prince of demons, the Sibilant beast, and master of the spiraling depths. Demogorgon is the embodiment of chaos, madness, and destruction, seeking to corrupt all that is good and undermine order in the multiverse, to see everything dragged howling into the infinite depths of the abyss. This is the Demogorgon.
Vast.
That's a monkey.
According to this, that the Demogorgon, based on the research on the Demogorgon, the Demogorgon is a very dangerous being to worship, as all followers of the Prince of Demons go mad sooner or later.
I think I know who worships.
The next demon lord you see appears to be a very handsome purplish devil. Pure white pupils. He wears fine clothes, dark purple horns with light purple hair. This creature seems to be called Grost. The appearance of the Dark Prince is a warning that not all beautiful things are good. Standing nearly 9 feet tall, Grost strikes the perfect figure of untamed desire, every plane and curve of his body, every glance of his burning eyes, promising a mixture of pleasure and pain. A subtle wrongness pervades his beauty, from the cruel cast of his features to the 6 figures on each hand and 6 toes on each foot. Grost can also transform himself at will, appearing in any humanoid form that pleases him, or his onlookers, all equally tempting in his own gaze.
From that description, I'm pretty... Could Valis be Grost?
According to this, Henrik, as far as the research goes, the Dark Prince of Pleasure considers restriction the only sin, and takes what he wants. Cults devoted to him are secret societies of indulgence, often using their debauchery to subjugate others through blackmail, addiction, and manipulation. They frequently wear alabaster masks with ecstatic expressions and ostentatious dress, and body ornamentations to their secret assignments.
So, it's a more kinky brothel without restraints.
It's kind of like the evil dark version of worshipping Debella. To anybody who knows Elder Scrolls.
God, now I'm just imagining.
Sanguine is who you're thinking
like,
of.
Like a sadistic Debella.
The next picture you see is just absolutely disgusting to look at, Henrik. It appears to be a ooze-like creature standing very tall with several eyes and mouths coming out of the slime. According to this, it's called Jubilex. Called the Faceless Lord and the Oozing Hunger in ancient grimoires, Jubilex is a demonic lord of slime and ooze, a noxious creature that doesn't care about the plots and schemes of others of its kind. It exists only to consume, digesting, and transforming living matter into more of itself. Only the truly insane worship Jubilex, intend its slimes and oozes. But according to the book, those who offer themselves up to the demon lord are engulfed by it and become vaguely humanoid, sentient oozes. The bodies of these former flesh and blood creatures form Jubilex's extended physical body, while the demon lord slowly digests and savors their entities over time.
I think I could make a character out of that.
According to this, though, according to the book, literally, to worship Jubilex, you have to be insane.
I can make a character out of that.
Thunder.
As you continue to look through it, you find another very interesting looking creature. Well, this one appears to be a very bulky orange furred creature with giant bat-like wings and a horned helmet. This creature seems to be called Orcus. Orcus is the demon prince of undeath, known as the Blood Lord. He takes some pleasure in the suffering of the living, but far prefers the company and service of the undead. His desire is to see all life quenched and the multiverse transformed into a vast necropolis, populated solely by undead creatures under his command.
What's the name?
Orcus.
Trying to write this all down.
It's okay. If anybody needs me to send them names, just let me know. According to this, Orcus is a bestial creature of corruption with a diseased, decaying look, as the picture shows as well. He has the lower torso of a goat and the humanoid upper body with a corpulent belly swollen with rot. Great bat wings sprout from its shoulders, and its head is like a skull of a goat, the flesh nearly rotted from it. In one hand he wields the legendary Wand of Orcus, a very dangerous item, which the book doesn't give too much detail, but enough to say that it is an incredibly powerful and feared weapon. You do see one other little detail that is a little worrisome. It is said that Orcus is one of the few abyssal lords that has actually tried to interrupt the nexus of how the gods' multiverse works, as he has tried to overthrow the Raven Queen on several occasions.
I can see it.
God of Undeath, right?
I've created creatures.
It could be Garland.
I've created creatures based off of Orcus. I've even run an Orcus campaign before.
Nice.
Oh, Orcus is fun to work with. The next picture you see is a very dangerous looking creature. A little savage looking, but you've seen creatures kind of like it before. It appears to be similar to that of a gnoll, but giant, hunched, in its mouth massive with great large teeth. This creature seems to be called Yeenoff. In case you need me to spell, if you need me to spell that, Yeehu.
I think I know that.
Noghu. Yeenoff.
You know, isn't that?
No. You're thinking of Yeenoth.
Yeah,
Different.
really close to name though.
Close, but they are different.
They're much different.
According to this, Henrik, the beast of butchery appears as a great battle-scarred gnoll, towering 14 feet tall. Yanafu is the Knoll Lord, and his creations are made in his twisted image. When the Demon Lord hunted across the material plane, packs of hyenas followed in his wake. Those that ate of great Yanafu's kills became gnolls, emulating their master's ways. Few others worship the beast of butchery, but those who do tend to take on a gnoll-like aspect, hunched over and filing their teeth down to points. According to this, Yinafu wants nothing more than slaughter and senseless destruction. The gnolls are his instruments, and he drives them to ever greater atrocities in his name. Yinafu takes pleasure.
Sounds like a cool idea.
Sounds like someone you want to meet at a party. You will take me home, right, Yinafu? Sure, buddy. That's adorable. Yinafu takes pleasure in causing fear before death, and he sows sorrow and despair through destroying beloved things. He doesn't parley. To meet him is to do battle with him, unless he becomes bored. The beast of butchery has a long rivalry with Baphomet, the Horned King, and the two demon lords and their followers attack one another on sight.
Wait, okay, that's weird. It's good to know.
However, there is one note that is noted on this creature. Yinafu tends to have a love to hunt. Typically, he'll let his victims get a head start, and he will then proceed to track, hunt, and kill them. So how are you guys liking the Demon Lord so far?
Fun.
Talking fast, writing stuff down.
Okay, so this one I will probably have to spell for you guys.
What's the name?
Henrik, you come across what appears to be a mushroom-based female figure. The creature's name seems to be Zugtmoy. Zuggtmoy. Yes, Zoidberg. Yes. According to this, Zugtmoy, the demon queen of fungi, lady of rot and decay. Zugtmoy is an alien creature whose only desire is to infect the living with spores, transforming them into her mindless servants, and eventually into decomposing hosts for the mushrooms, molds, and other fungi that she spawns. Utterly inhuman, Zugtmoy can mold her fungoid form into an approximation of a humanoid shape, including the skeletal thin figure depicted in grimoires and ancient art, draped and veiled in mycelia and lichen. Indeed, much of her appearance and manner, and I know, fuck you, and that of her servants is a soulless mockery of mortal life and its many facets. Zugtmoy's cultists often follow her unwittingly. Most are fungi infected to some degree, whether through inhaling her mind-controlling spores or being transformed to the point where flesh and fungus become one. Not too much here said, but there is a little bit of a paraphrase here that says that Zugtmoy has a bitter rivalry with Jubilex. Apparently, Jubilex and Zugtmoy's realms overlap each other.
Hold on.
And now, Henrik, I'd like you to join me in chat too for a bit.
Oh.
You turd.
Hello.
Hello.
You ready for this?
Yep.
You open the book to the last demonic lord. This is one that you've probably heard the least about. Some of them you've heard a little bit. But this one, not so much. I'm probably going to have to spell this one for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
You see a being that appears to be an oversized humanoid, not humanoid, but flesh-ridden, gargoyle-ish-like creature with a large tail and what appears to be coils of hair that drips off the side, almost in the like sideburns going downwards.
Okay.
This creature's name is Fraz Urblu. Fraz dash URB apostrophe LUU. Yes, that is correct. You read into this. All demons are liars, but Fraz Urblu is the prince of deception and demon lord of illusions. He uses every trick, every ounce of demonic cunning to manipulate his enemies, mortal and fiend alike. To do his will, Fraz Urblu can create dreamlands and mind-bending fantasies, able to deceive the most disconcerting foes. The Prince of Deception's true form is like that of a great gargoyle, some 12 feet tall, with extended muscular with an extended muscular neck and a smiling face framed by long, pointed ears and lank dark hair. And his bat-like wings are furled against his powerful shoulders. He can assume other forms. However, from the hideousness to the beautiful, often the demon lord becomes so immersed in playing a role that he loses himself in it for a time. Upon reading this, you look up from your book and you see yourself in a library. But not the same library you were in before. This library seems very vast. Lots of information.
Okay.
What do you do?
Oh dear.
You
Going to this.
you call out. Nobody seems to respond.
Okay. So I'm going to investigate around.
Are you looking at books? Are you just walking through the walking through? What are you doing?
First, I guess I'm gonna walk through the area, see if there's anyone else here.
You start walking through the aisles of this library. You get to a very vast open area. You would assume this is like an apex of the library. Like when you walk into the library and you can see how it diverges into multiple different directions, going to different subsections of various categories. You see a desk, but you don't see anybody at it.
I'm gonna check behind the desk.
As you look behind the desk, you do see a handful of books already sitting underneath it, and you see a bell.
I'm gonna investigate the books real quick.
Investigate the bell? Or the books?
The books.
Okay. You look at the books. You see one that says, one book that seems to be called Advanced Guide to Artificer Knowledge.
Natch.
You see another book that says Mechanical Engineering, the invention of the gun.
Wait. Am I in Starland? Wait! Hold on. What? Is there a way outside?
You look around. Roll me a perception check.
Oh god. 21.
You start to concentrate. You start looking through, peering into the darkness. And you see a set of doors, not too far away from you. Large double doors.
to open the double doors if I can.
You go over to the doors, and you pull them open. As you do, you look outwards, and you see nothing but sky and clouds.
Oh shit!
Do not break it, please.
Oh shit! If I was Starlum.
You look downwards. You see nothing but clouds below you.
So there's no ground at all?
No. The door seems to open up into nothing.
Oh god. I'm going to investigate all around this library. And I'm looking for stuff that I think this might be part of the Artificer Guild.
Roll me a history check.
Okay. Is this to recall information?
Yes.
Okay. That is a 26.
You go down one of the aisles. Something that you recall. You pull a book. You recognize it. Beginner's Guide to Mechanics and Engineering. Are an artificer's opening exams. You put the book back.
No.
You back up. You go up another set of stairs. You pull another book that you remember. Oh, this is one of your favorites. Advanced Guide to Alchemy. Introduction into the various abilities of transmutation and other alchemical ingredients. You put that back. This can't be. There's no way. You go over. You find one book. This book actually meant a lot to you. But there's no way. There was only 2 copies that ever existed. You pulled it out. And you see Tome of Legendary Potions. Legends to Fictions. You would know this book as a book of experimental potions that have been tested, but most of them came to failure. But it's said to have been that someone had created these potions and they worked.
God.
This is indeed the library of the of the Artificer Guild.
Wait, so since I memorized the layout, can I investigate further throughout the guild? Is there more ways to go?
You would know that the library is connected to the gun range that you guys would have been, or other various different ranges that you practice magical artifacts.
Okay. Would I know if the Artificer Guild is on the edge of town?
You would know that it's not.
Oh, is it like in the middle?
Yes. It's
Oh no.
not quite the center, but as the center is taken by the large cathedral that is, as Starlam is one of the lead locations of religious studies. But the Artificers Guild is not too far away, as it is a advancement of mechanical and magical technology.
Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna get a feel for the place. Going to go to where they hold classes.
You make your way through the school, through the library. You find a set of doors. You fling them open, and there you see a classroom. A very familiar classroom. You walk in. You see a large board that already has diagrams on it, but it doesn't make sense to you. Does Henrik understand Abyssal?
Happy doesn't.
As you look on the board, you see writing in a language you don't understand, diagrams that you don't understand. You look up and you see empty seats. You recognize this classroom, though. This is a classroom that you had been in before. You actually remember experimenting with your very first gun in this room. What do you do from here?
Going to go to the headmaster's quarters.
You keep moving. You get into the hallways of the Artificers Guild. You see various things that you remember. You see the main guild hall where you were initially brought into, where your orientation was. You walk through areas in which you practiced using your weapons and your magic. You walked through places that you made your friends, encountered colleagues that taught you so much. And finally, you reach the headmaster's office. You open the doors, slowly. And as you do, you see someone sitting at the desk of the headmaster's office. You hear a slow clap as this man looks towards you. It's about time that you made your way over here, lad.
Who are you?
What, you don't recognize me? Well, that would make sense. We never actually met. You see him sit up. He looks in your direction. This man has jet black hair. A bit of a longish goatee that goes down his face. He's wearing these weird brown and black robes, kind of sinking into leather armor. It goes up one arm, but it doesn't go up the other as it remains bare, but you see various tattoos and markings on one arm. His eyes are kind of a tealish blue with a black iris. It's a pleasure to meet you. The name... I actually gotta look at his name real fast. Hold on one second. I wrote this down. It's on my phone. Here it is. Normally I have all these memorized, but this is a lot of information, as you could tell. Okay. The name is Femalden. Femalldin. Femalden. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Was there a change in leadership that I didn't hear about?
I see. I see you don't understand what's going on here.
I don't.
Well, you see, Henrik,
How do you know my name? That's fucking creepy, dude.
this is all in your head. These are all the things that could be. The school is empty, but it could all be yours. All the things that you know and that you could share with everybody. It's all here. You could have access to so much information that even your teachers didn't have access to. The truth is, school's rather boring.
Malden?
Yeah.
If this is in my head, how are you here?
Oh, well, you see now, lass, that's a very complicated situation. You see, I have a very powerful friend who offered me a lot of powers that I would be crazy to say no to. But the truth is, I've been sent here to offer you a deal. An offer that you would be crazy to turn down.
I know you still have this,
Least you can do is hear out my offer.
Tell me the offer.
Well, you see, I have a friend. A very powerful friend that you may know about. He snaps his fingers, and you see an image of a giant gargoyle-like creature. Eyes staring back at you. The creature seems about 12 feet tall. Large, with a smile on his face. A smile that does not look reassuring. I'm here to make you an offer. How would you like to join our side? Join the winning team.
Doing the broken skulls.
I see, now I see why my master chose you. You definitely have a head on your shoulders, unlike many others that we've had to deal with, as he peels back his armor a little bit, and you see a symbol of the broken skull on his neck. But you see, my master wants to offer you something even more greater than joining the broken skull. How would you like to be my master's right-hand man?
You mean take the blood of an abyssal lord into my system?
He looks at you with a little bit of a surprise.
I've done my fucking homework.
I see. I see. I see. Getting into things that maybe you shouldn't have. For that to be the case, my master wants me to give you so much of himself to you. He sees a lot of potential in you that he doesn't see in a lot of others. I'm the only other one he's ever offered his blood to. As he shows you his hand, and you see a very large, prominent slash mark. But it seemed to be
And
so...
if I refuse?
Well, if it would be very unwise and very stupid for you to refuse, but if you happen to do so, I'll let you go.
Just this once, right?
See now, lad? My master seems to have a liking to you, and now I completely understand why. How would you like to be a human avatar? You watch as another version of him pops up right next to him. You'd be able to do a lot of things that you never imagined, so. And you watch as another form of him comes to his left side. You'd be able to do things from beyond your dreams. And all three in unison. Come along, Henrik. Don't you want to see your family again?
Persuasion check, Walter.
Persuasion check?
Roll persuasion check.
Roll me an insight.
Oh god. Yeah, 14.
You beat him.
Oh,
He
rolled low?
He rolled really low. He got an 11.
Oh,
Just to put it in perspective, he has a +9.
yes.
I also want to point out he also had advantage, and he rolled a 2 and a 3. Well, technically it would be a 12 then. So yeah, you just beat it.
Oh my god.
You feel so much persuasion. He seems to have so much in his mind. He seems to be offering you so much. I mean, that'd be crazy to turn it down. Wait a minute. Maybe this offer's too good to be true. So come along, lad. Take the blood and join us. Join us, join us, join us. Join us, join us, join us, join us. As you see other versions of him start popping out of the walls. Some on the ceiling, staring down at you. Various ones with wings coming out of its back.
What is the Broken Skull's goal here? What do you hope to accomplish?
Isn't it obvious, lad? He steps down.
World domination?
It's pretty prominent. I mean, this realm has a lot more servants than what the abyssal realm has, and there's a lot more to offer and closer to the gods.
You make some fine points, but I'm not ready to look like I dipped my face in horse shit.
He looks at you. You see that smile of his starts to go down a little bit into a bit of a frown. That's so disappointing, lad. That's so disappointing. But that's okay. There's always a chance you might change your mind. When we meet in person, I'll ask you the same question again. However, you watch as his face gets very serious. I'd think wisely on your decisions, lad. Next time, I won't be so forgiving. And you watch as he just closes the distance, and he's right in front of you as he pierces his hand through your chest. And then you wake up. Asleep. You fell asleep with your books. Daldir is asleep next to you as well.
What time is it?
You look out the window and you see that it is nighttime. You must have fallen asleep. It's you'd guess maybe around midnight.
Jesus.
You start heading back?
I'm heading back to my place, yeah.
Alright. Shall we rejoin the party?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about the hold up there, guys.
No problem. It wasn't really that long, about 20 minutes.
That was freaky.
Henrik is not dead.
Not.
However, it is about midnight as Henrik starts heading back to the Restful Hen. Is there anything the party would like to do before sleeping and waking up the next morning?
Remind me, did Alosis say who her tribe worshipped, or what exactly they worshipped, or anything?
From what you can tell, she's commented that they don't worship a specific deity. They worship the spirits, the beings around them. They're followers of the natural order of the world. You would say, if you had to fathom a guess, if they did worship a god, it'd probably be something like the Raven Queen, a goddess of death and the natural cycle.
Alright, just curious. And I need that for later.
Okay. No, Blue needs sleep. Okay. So, Kazir, I assume you're going to be spending some time kind of just mulling over what the skull told you.
Yeah.
Okay. Alosa, Karek, Philman, they're all ready to sleep as they have having a very hard time. Does Isbim go to rest?
See. Neko doesn't rest.
Neko has to recharge for 4 hours. He's not technically asleep as he is conscious through the entirety of his rest, but he has to basically hold still for 4 hours.
Like a deep meditative state.
Exactly. Basically,
Well, not that deep, but, sort of like that.
The equivalent of oh gosh, what is their term for sleep?
You just plug him in the wall for a bit.
Elven meditation. I mean, yes, but there's a term for it. Trance.
Trance, yeah. We sleep. I need to sleep. That was not a fun time.
Does Bimp want to ask Knackle some questions, or does Bimp want to rest for the night?
Bimp's gonna rest for the night. She'll ask her questions.
All right. So the party decides to get some sleep. The night passes without incident. Henrik, your night's sleep is hard. Constantly going over what happened. But you do get your 8 hours of sleep as you all awaken roughly around 7-ish a.m., 8 a.m. You all are given breakfast by Daniel, who is more than happy to do so. You guys have made quite a name for yourselves in the town. After a lot of the things you've done between helping take care of the cultists that were being a problem and taking care of a Hydra that attacked their people, telling a Cyclops to go away and stop being mean. The town, there's a bit of a buzz about you guys here in the city of Makanali.
After breakfast, heading straight to the mayor's office.
Directly to the mayor's office?
Mm-hmm.
All right. No, go away. You're being an asshole. Yeah, exactly. That's what all the people are telling you. Does Bimp want to talk to Knackle before they leave?
Yes, she does.
In that case, Abby, I'd like you to sit
Right there.
right here.
Okay, baby's home.
Oh, yeah. Bimp. You awaken, and as per usual, and you already see Knackle is up. He is doing his daily prayers, as he has done for many, many years. You've known Knackle for many years. But what happened back at the house? Back at the basement of that base. It's still gnawing at you. Knackle looks over at you. Good morning, Bimp.
Good morning, Knackle.
Are you ready to head to the mayor's office?
Yes, but I have a few questions for you first.
Questions? Go ahead.
Knackle, what did you do back at the house?
Oh. Are you referring to back at the compound?
Yes. With the snake.
Knackle gives... This is one of the few times you've seen Knackle have a perplexed notion. He doesn't exactly have any facial features, so it doesn't really... He doesn't have a quizzical look upon him, but you can see him kind of tilt his head and ponder. I had a theory that I wanted to test.
Can you share?
Yes. My theory about this was that this creature that we fought, half material, half demonic, I had a theory that I wanted to test. The creature's natural material plane is here, on this plane of existence, but technically the being also had a connection to the demonic plane of the abyss. I wanted to test a theory of what would happen if I banished the creature. Whether or not it would stay in the abyss or return to the material plane. However, my thought process was not entirely what I believed it would be. casting the spell did not inform me of where it was sent. So I do not know if I banished it back to the abyss or if I had sent it to another location.
I see. Also, are you okay?
I'm feeling okay.
I feel like since we've started traveling, you haven't quite been yourself.
Myself is a complicated thing. Not quite sure how to expand on it. I have seen things that I have never thought of. Experienced things I never thought I would. It has been a very enlightening experience.
Knuckle, you can talk to me if you need to.
I know, Bimp. You're one of the few that I truly trust with who I am. This expedition that we have found ourselves upon, this mission that we have found ourselves upon, it has opened my mind to many things, but has shown me what I am. I am a very dangerous invention. As much as I am programmed to believe that I am my own person, I am not. I am a construct, a being created. I do not like this feeling, Bim. I look at you. You seem to be enthralled in your pursuit of knowledge and information. You take joy in magic and casting. I look at Blue, who seems to be, as you humans would say, a free spirit. Someone who takes joy in the little things in life. I look at Kazir, who seems to take joy in the various abilities that he has undertaken, his archery and prowess in sneaking. Garnan, who seems to take pride in his strength, and seems to be wanting to embrace the wisdom of those around him. I want what all they want. He gestures down to his physical form. I do not want to be a construct. Maybe there's more to me than meets the eye. But this is something to indulge in on another time. We have a task to take upon. Would you not agree?
I agree, Knuckle.
Thank you for worrying about me, Bimp.
I always worry about you, Knuckle.
You are a good friend. As
Well, I
he
did find you.
as he lightly pats you on the head.
Well, I did find you.
You are correct. In what I assumed would be my eternal tomb, if you wouldn't have. But let's go and meet Mayor Daldir in Golemtis.
Maybe we can find someone that'll make you what you want.
Maybe. There are a lot of places here in Atharia.
But maybe, Freeland has an idea too.
Maybe.
Can talk to.
Only one way to find out. You watch as he finishes garbing his robes and he starts walking out the door. For the first time, he seems maybe a bit happier. And fade out.
I was gonna say, hey Knuckle, am I giving me a ride?
Is this gonna be a Curie Fallout 4 situation?
You don't know.
Is he want to be put in the body of a human?
Yes.
Hmm?
Did you mute us?
No, I didn't mute us.
Okay.
That conversation was open for everyone. It would kind of defeat the purpose of live streaming this if this was solely for just you and nobody else.
That's true.
Anyways, so the party starts making their way to Mayor Galmtis and Daldir's office. And upon arriving, you see a very familiar female figure behind the desk. And as they look at you, Herma, that is correct. Just so you know, you see a very familiar female figure who, is upon seeing you, just welcome to. Oh, the mayors are already expecting you. You can head right in. As she goes to open the doors for you.
Henrik just walks through.
What's happening?
Oh, sorry, I had to take a drink. As you.
It's quick crash, so I don't know what's happening.
Oh, sorry, no. You guys arrived at the inn where the female secretary was already. Well, as you walked in, she let you know that the mayors were already expecting you. As you guys came in to Knuckles Pinocchio, I mean, would it shock you that if he was?
Chuck you? Is that what I heard?
No, would it surprise you if he was? Like a Pinocchio, somebody who.
Well, I mean, it'd be pretty weird to be a Pinocchio if he's not made out of wood.
Yeah, he's made out of metal.
It's Metal Pinocchio.
Oh my God, he's Wally.
Oh
It's
god,
like building himself
I'm
in
trying
a
to
wide.
no. Oh god, I hate that movie. There was a movie
There-
I saw a long time ago. It was basically what it was basically an AI robot wanting to be human. It wasn't the one with Robin Williams, but it was not. It was.
We're
weird.
getting off topic.
Sorry, completely off topic.
Yeah.
All right. As you walk in, you can already, Henrik, you can smell the very familiar smell of cooking chemicals. So a smell you've become very, very close to with your time in the Artistic Guild and your time in your own profession.
It's gonna resonate with him for a while. It's kind of therapeutic.
As you walk in, Galmtis is nowhere to be seen. But Daldir, you can find him in that same corner where where his little laboratory is set up, as he's already tinkering and experimenting with a couple of different chemicals. Oh, there you are. Good to see you all.
Hey.
He had a little lab, a decent sized corner of of his giant, massive office.
Hey.
A pleasure to see you all. Are you ready to help me with some experimentation and some research?
Yeah.
All right. So, I need to know who's helping and who is standing guard.
Garnet,
I'm-
standing guard.
Okay.
Garnan, Philman, and Kark are standing guard. I guess
His ears
Kazir's standing
Kazir's
guard.
also standing guard.
Okay.
He's got nothing to add.
Anyone who
He's
isn't
fine
like
to
a
do
spellcaster is staying guard.
Right. You should probably hide somewhere so you can be a sniper if we need.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Be the assassin.
So with that being said, Kazir, I would like you to roll me a stealth check with advantage because of your boots.
All right. Oh wait, the rope of invisible. Nah, he won't use that. Sorry, my brain went rope of invisibility and.
Not yet.
Yeah.
You can use that
With
with
advantage.
advantage. There you go.
There we go.
25.
25.
Nice.
25. You guys watch as Kazir kind of gives a bit of a salute as you see him just kind of hop up, and you watch as with his claws he just gets to the top of the mayor's building, and he just hides in a shadowy alcove. Kazir, you can see everything in front of the mayor's office, and nothing can see you.
Oh, can I poison an arrow?
While you are waiting and you're keeping your watch, easily you can dip a couple arrows in poison if you wish to.
I'll just
Speaking of
poison my.
poison, I need the
Garnet?
Green Plague stats.
Garnet is going to keep watch right outside the mayor's office.
He'll just use
Go ahead.
one. You know what? Hold on. Let me double check something quickly. Yeah, he'll poison 2 arrows.
Okay, make sure you make a note of that.
Right.
While you're doing that,
Jeremy?
Garnan, are you standing watch outside of the mayor's building or inside the mayor's building?
Inside. Like, I'm going to be right outside the room they're in, right outside
The
the lab.
secretary.
Yeah.
Okay, duly noted.
Basically, I want to be able to be in earshot so I know what's going on.
Karik and Vilman kind of give each other a nod as they point to each of them point to one side of the building. And basically, you see as they talk to you and they talk to you, Garnan, they basically say that they're gonna do a little bit of a rotation where they're gonna try to stay hidden, but try to do a casual meetup every like 30-ish minutes to make sure that make sure everybody knows that we're okay, like each other's okay. Like a routine, like a routine check-in.
I would like to. Okay. Yeah, I would like to give
Garnet
Philman my
suggests
gun.
every 20 minutes just to be a little bit safer.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to give Philman my gun. Actually, okay, I give Philman one gun and Karik the one gun I have that only has one bullet in it, so they can use them as like flares or warning shots.
They kind of nod as they, well, Philman understands. Karik just looks at it like, oh, okay.
Hold this thing. Don't aim it at your face.
Oh, okay. As he puts it next to him, puts it into his where he keeps his crossbow bolts.
Okay.
And so Garnan, Kazir, Philman, and Kark will all roll perception checks.
Jason, is there a roll perception?
Have Kark roll. Have
What do
Philman
you
roll
have?
perception check.
Do you have a plus
Would
7?
because you have advantage because of these vantage point.
I would say that
everything.
I would say that he would have advantage. Yes.
Who has advantage?
Kazir. I assume.
Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
6.
What? 17 plus what, Kazir?
Oh, hold
may
on.
have muted.
Sorry, I didn't realize I muted. I'm a dipstick.
17
Uh,
plus what?
Hold on one moment. Perception. Plus, oh, that's deception. God damn it. Perception plus 6.
Okay. That's a 23.
Noted.
He can see everything.
Karik.
I see everything.
Karik got a perception of 13, so his is not great.
Oh,
And-
no one got the joke.
And Philman got
Reference.
I got what you said. I'm just focusing.
No, I understand.
I pick up what you're throwing down though. You're good. Better say just smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave.
Smile and wave.
But Philman got a
It's been a while since
7.
I've watched that.
Philman got 6.
Oh, 6. Filman got a 6.
Ouch.
I rolled a 4.
I have
you got
no
the
clue what's
+2
going
to-
on.
Garnan, you got a 14. Garnan, you are just trained focused. You are not.
Just leaned up against the wall, watching.
You're just like nothing's gonna get fucking past me. God damn it.
I am also trying to pay attention on what's happening inside as well.
Noted.
Not as much, but I do want to like peep in every now and then.
Daldir looks at
He wants to know things.
Daldir looks at everyone and goes, "Okay, all right, everyone. This is going to be probably some of the hardest research that we've ever had to do. This might end up actually taking the entire day."
That is fine.
But I say he starts delegating some work to each of you, and Henrik, basically he has you with him going over the fundamentals of how demonic ichor works on the material plane, and maybe trying to find a connection on its elemental purchase, on how it can connect to on a molecular level to human material, or in this case material plane blood. I would like all of you to roll intelligence checks.
I would like to. Yeah. Give. Who has the second lowest intelligence? I know I have the personal lowest.
Well,
That would be Alosa.
Okay, I give
Probably
Alosa-
not.
Alosa's wisdom
Oh,
is
was
high.
it?
Alosa's wisdom is high, but her intelligence is all right.
Okay. I give her a bardic inspiration. Actually, I have 3 of them. I give bardic inspiration to Alosa, Daldir, and Henrik, and then I use enhance ability on myself.
Okay. So, on all included, I would like to roll intelligence checks.
Ooh. Nice, Henrik.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, nice. All right.
Natural. Nice.
Losa will use her. Alosa will use her bardic inspiration. D8. Correct. D8.
Yes.
The D8.
All right. All right. So, Alosa got a 14. Daldir got a 20, dirty 20. Knackle got a 19.
Okay. So why is film?
because I rolled.
I got a 24 total.
24 total.
I gave you a bardic inspiration. Use it.
Fine, I'll
It's
use a
gonna go
bardic
away.
inspiration.
What did Bimp roll?
6.
27.
6. Okay. Oof. Not a good roll for not a good roll. Not good
I
roll
rolled an 18 for freaking filming.
for his
Intelligence?
Philman doesn't roll intelligence. So the 18 would have been your roll.
But he has a -3
Yes.
to intelligence.
You rolled a natural 20.
No, I rolled an 18 for filming.
Yeah, but did you roll them simultaneously?
No. I rolled mine,
Who did you roll?
which is a 2.
Who did you roll first?
Me. I rolled bit first.
Well, then Bimp got a very lousy roll.
Yes, she did. Filming over here.
Bimp, you feel out of your realm of expertise.
Yeah.
You
said everybody
you can study the arcane arts, and you can understand the arcane features on how the demonic powers work, but you're not understanding the scientific level of how all of this stuff combines and mixes with material blood. You're basically you're taking a very different approach, and it's not quite meshing with the party well. Alosa. Alosa is basically taking it from a blood magic perspective. She is trying to understand how the blood seems to connect with the ichor. using her own magic and various different kinds of rituals that her people use. She's trying to get a better grasp of and understand of how it works. She's a wizard. Ouch.
Both me and Alosa got 14.
Blue, you're kind of on the same page as Alosa. You're kind of like with her, trying to understand this from her perspective as well. As you're just trying to understand exactly like how these compounds would connect and stick together. It's a bit of a complex situation, and from a spellcaster point of view, it's a bit complicated for you. You're doing your best. You and Alosa both are basically sharing opinions with each other and trying to understand this. Knackle is starting to take in what he's been working on in his own experiments, trying to understand how its connection to the planes would work, whether or not it would be connected strictly to the material plane. Would they still be attached to the abyssal plane? Would they be beings trapped in either dimension, depending on where they're from? It's a complicated situation for him, and he's starting to kind of make some progress with his connections. However, Henrik and Daldir, as you're doing your research and trying to understand this on a much higher perspective, your main goal is basically, is there a way to separate the compounds and make them into two separate entities? It's basically separating it from blood from ichor once more. You guys have started early in the morning. It was only 8, and very quickly lunch has come. The secretary has come in and out with food for you guys, so that you're not hungry, and passes out food to everybody in the party, with the exception of Kazir, as she has no idea where Kazir is. But
Yeah,
He comes down from the roof like Spider-Man, grabs something, goes back up.
it just grabs a hot dog while he's while he's upside down.
No. He does the
mask and he
whole.
starts eating pizza upside down.
No, I got it. He does the whole. Ties a rope to an arrow. Arrow goes to the food. Whoop.
Like Robin Hood, just
Yeah. It's just a silly thought.
I imagine Kazir just takes a rope and comes down from the roof a little bit, and he's like Spider-Man from Spider-Man Miles Morales, and he's drinking his coffee upside down.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hard, by the way.
It is, and
Yeah.
very painful.
Yes.
But
Yep.
hours pass by, more and more. Some water and various drinks are passed out just to kind of keep everybody hydrated and focused. A little bit of wine is put out too, to just kind of spark some flavor. Eventually, dinner is served to you guys as you eat dinner while you're continuously doing this experiment. And then nightfall comes. As the nightfall comes, Henrik, you and Daldir kind of come to these final experiments, and you noticed that time and time again, your experiments are coming up short or not giving the results you're looking for. After experimenting with some rarer compounds, you've seen some very mild cases of cellular deconstruction. But from what you've seen, from what you've created more poisons than you have created antidotes or antitoxins.
Put holy water on it.
Ultimately, you found more ways to kill these creatures rather than cure them. Finally, Daldir just kind of scratches his head and just goes, "Bah! God's damn it!" Substance is just so connected to this blood, and I don't understand it. Maybe we're not using a strong enough compound. Maybe there's some kind of mixture or recipe we're not thinking of.
Maybe we can weird theory, but maybe we can just drown out the Iker with more blood.
Maybe. You watch as you guys decide to run a few more experiments, and both of you using a little bit more of your blood and everything, yours and his and a couple others. You realize that the Iker seems to just continuously fasten and connect to it.
Have you guys tried something that's not human blood?
Well, you see, Garnet, it's a bit complicated. A lot of this ties back to to the blood and how the Iker connects to it.
What if you used something that was the opposite of a demon? Like maybe
An angel.
an angel.
You watch as she turns over to Alosa. She just kind of gives a nod as she she pulls out a dagger and cuts her finger a little bit. And you watch as she drops a few bloods into a vial. William Bennett, welcome to the chat, my frosty friend.
Yay, Garnet did something smart.
That's my friend. Hi, William.
I will.
But dropping a few, she puts a few drops of her own blood into a vial, and she offers it over to Henrik.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll try it.
All right, as you take her blood and you take some of your droppers and various ways to transport liquid, you take a little bit of the demonic blood, demonic Iker, and you put it into you drop the Iker into it, and at first you see you hear a very visceral reaction as you start to hear like actual like. You ever hear
Sizzling.
You ever heard a bug? You ever seen a bug actually let out like a scream when you dropped it on something hot?
Yes.
It's kind of like that.
Oh God.
However, as it finishes, you watch as the blackness starts to fade a bit. But then you see the blood start to turn a bit green. Daldir just kind of takes a look at it and motions Henrik to take a look at it as well.
Yeah, take a look at it, obviously.
This is not gonna work. He shows you a little bit of he basically uses some of his magic and shows you some residual effects and everything. The angel blood did cancel out the demonic Iker, but it seemed to create some kind of toxin. If we injected the angel blood into someone's body, it could kill whoever the host is.
This could be like lycanthropy.
I mean, you see Mary. Mary has joined you guys. It's early on in your guys' investigation.
I'm gonna do something stupid and just cast Lesser Restoration on this bitch.
That is what she was planning to do. Actually, she's gonna go ahead and pull out a diamond from some diamond dust out of her pouch. And you watch as she looks at it, and she reads off a scroll. As she casts Greater Restoration.
Oh.
You guys watch as her hand glows a bluish tealish light, and you watch as she puts it over the Icarish blood. And you watch as she makes contact and focuses, and the spell comes to an end. Nothing. The spell didn't work.
Could I roll a history check?
Hey, what check?
A history.
What are you looking for?
I think I've read something like this similar in one of Braylon's books.
I will. You know what? I'll give you one shot.
Maybe it's more of a curse than a disease.
Hey,
10.
hey. I rolled a
Your master has gone over various different experiments and research and has done various different kinds of research. However, to note, your master has done a lot of experiments more with devils than demons. Unfortunately, at least as to you, what you recall, nothing that that you've read over the years has come into play when it comes to something like this.
Is it safe to send message?
So, Blue is theorizing it might be a curse.
Yeah. Like, lycanthropy, it's a disease at the start, but after 24 hours becomes a curse.
Mary kind of looks at this and she pulls out another scroll. Fortunately, we've had various masters loan us some of their spells in order to do this. She looks at the vial and she reads off the scroll and casts remove curse. And you guys watch as her hand glows a purplish light. You watch as the blood has a little bit of a reaction to it. It starts to move a little bit. But essentially, the spell comes to an end and the blood resettles.
Is it at a higher level?
I unfortunately am not strong enough to cast this spell. This is a very high level remove curse. As it was cast at 7th level.
Yeah.
Daldir.
Burn the hell out of it.
Ah. Nice try. This isn't devil's blood mixed with human blood. You watch as Daldir scratches his chin. He's gonna try to recall something. Oh yeah, that's 25.
Yeah.
Daldir scratches his chin. Maybe I need to get some access on some rare research materials. Has anybody heard of Malcolm Infrit?
Can I roll a history check to see if I've heard of it?
Henrik,
Garnet, still listening. I forgot I was muted.
it's all good. Henrik, you don't need to. You know that name. In fact, there are only 2 copies of his book that he's ever created in existence.
And I read it all the way through, right?
You know about it, you've read it, but it's been years since you've looked at it.
History check?
Go ahead.
$17.
You are imagining this book in your head. Rare alchemical potions and ingredients. You remember reading this book cover to cover. You remember some things, but the potions have always been very weird.
No, fuck that. Flash of Genius, that's a 21.
You shake your head. You clear out your mind, and you think more on the book. And you remember a variety of potions that were inside of it, but they all had complex ingredients. They were very difficult. They were almost a combination of magic spells and magical ingredients. You're trying to picture a potion that might be useful here, but even with a 21, you don't know which potion it would be.
I'm gonna pull out the big snake heart.
The big what?
The big snake heart. That might be a way to use it.
Okay. You pull it out and you place it on the table. Just plop it there. Oh my!
That the entire time.
Anyone have any ideas to do with this? This is the heart of the thing that we cut out the this blood from.
Pull that out now.
Yes. Now, sorry. It only just came to mind.
Okay. Roll an intelligence check. With your proficiency, because you're using your alchemy tools to do it.
Oh, alchemy tools.
So it'd be intelligence plus your proficiency.
22.
22. You break down the heart and you can see that there are definitely some alchemical things that you can do with it. In fact, you even find that there is some spectral potions you can make from it. But as far as how it could affect this kind of control between and create a separation between the blood and ichor, you come to a dead end on that. There doesn't seem to be a way to separate it using anything from the heart.
That's 2. Have we tried a healing potion yet? Just a standard healing potion with this thing?
I would say you guys probably would have started with that, and it would not have worked. If only I could get my hands on that book. Maybe that could have been. Maybe I can get my hand. Maybe I could learn more from some of the potions that are inside of it.
Do I
Henry,
remember? Do I know where the other copy is?
one is said to be in the capital of Westray. The other is said to be, which is in the king's private library. The other one is in the Artificer's Guild in Starlum.
You motherfucker.
I was there. Fuck.
Now I have a lot of reasons to go to Starlum.
Oh, you suck. I don't like you when
Shit, I had a chance. Get it.
By the way, Henrik,
Yeah.
you look in your bag
Yeah.
and you pull out a book.
Uh-huh.
Advanced magical practice, use of artificer creation. The book that you took.
Wait, so it wasn't in my head.
It was in your head, but somehow you were able to take the book with you.
That's fucking creepy. This is creepy. I don't like this.
You open it. It's written in a language you don't understand.
I slam out that this. Can anyone read this?
What languages do people speak?
Giant, Dwarfish, Common, Elvish.
I speak Common, Elvish, and because
Draconic happening.
oh wait, sorry, I forgot to give my character extra language.
No, you speak Elvish and Orcish in the common, right?
Yes.
And thieves can't. Well, kind of.
Well. Yeah. I can Winter, would you say I can identify if something is in these?
Yes,
Like,
you would be
Yeah,
able
when
to
someone
identify.
casts-
read it well.
Can someone cast tongues to read it?
I know someone that could, but I can't say who.
Does
I
tongues
I
work
know
on
someone
reading?
that could. This doesn't work on.
Alosakar, I can knackle. All do not know.
What is the language?
What languages does
we don't
Kazir
have-
speak?
Let me double check. Thieves can't. Draconic and Common, I think, are all he's got.
I don't think anyone speaks it.
Tongues doesn't work on reading.
Gnomish, Elvish, Draconic, and Common.
Halfling.
Or Halfling.
Halfling.
Unfortunately, you do not know what this says.
It's someone that has
That's
comprehend language.
You watch as Daldir comes over, and he looks at the reading. He doesn't quite understand it himself, but he hands you a scroll. Henrik. Try giving this a read.
Mm-hmm. I read the scroll.
The spell Comprehend Languages comes over you. The words reform, and you can understand them, almost as if they were written in Common. And it is exactly what it claims to be. It goes over the intricacies and difficulties of understanding a complex artificer magic used in the making of complex magical items. Basically, to quickly read through it, as you're probably going to take the 10 minutes you have with Comprehend Languages to read through it. Essentially, yep. Essentially, from what you can read, it basically goes over the understanding of how wondrous, rare, and incredibly dangerous items have studied, understood, and created. It basically goes over the guild's understanding of how these items are created, whether they are created by mortals, necromancers, liches, or even the gods themselves. It shows demonstrations of some of these items, such as the Wand of Orcus, the Blade of Bahamut, and the Shield of Palor, and the what am I thinking of? The Hand of Vecna. Basically, these are all items that are incredibly dangerous items that were created by the gods themselves that could cause a lot of problems if not understood and studied properly. Reading through it, it basically gives you a greater understanding of how these were made, some of the runes that were used, and Henrik even gives you some ideas of some of the things you could use for some of your inventions. But unfortunately, after the Comprehend Languages runs out, you're able to basically skim through the book and understand that, unfortunately, the information here doesn't give you what you're looking for.
You took an account that he reads 3 times as fast, right?
Yes, I did. Basically, he was able to skim through the entirety of the book. Okay. Glancing in for information that he knows would be pertinent to the situation. Because his intelligence is high enough for him to do that. I didn't say that he read through part of it and then lost his ability. No, with his 3 times speed and knowing what to look for, he basically could go through the entire book. Wait, can I say?
Henrik, look. Yes.
Yes, Blue can start playing his lute in the corner while everybody is. Roll a performance check.
Get myself.
If I just grabbed the
sure.
fucking book, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Enhance ability myself. Plus 10. I'm gonna use a point of lucky. This is not happy with me today. 20. Still pretty good, but could have.
Still, a rousing performance that does lighten your spirits a bit. It does definitely calm a lot of emotions that are running high right now as you guys are desperately clawing for anything that could give you guys some solace.
We was just gonna do that for a while.
You see Daldir just kind of scratch his head. I don't even know where to go from here. we've kind of run a lot of base base assumptions. Basically, you guys can basically anybody who doesn't know what he was doing, you can see several books. They basically go over the basics of understanding magical effects, curses, diseases, and even some examples of the spell plague, which only a handful of you would actually know what that is. It happened a long time ago. Which, I mean, if anybody wants to know if anybody wants to know what the spell plague is, you guys can roll a history check.
Darnan, realizing the difficulty the party is having, is going to call upon Pridka.
Pridka comes forward, and you can see him in front of you.
I assume you know what I'm about to ask you.
It is a complicated situation. I haven't seen how possession works, but not quite a full connection like this. Let me think for a moment. Pritka is gonna roll to see what he knows.
Let's see his sheet.
No, you're not allowed to. Only I can.
Aww. Yeah, I figured.
Pritka looks deep in contemplation. He is trying to understand this. There seems to be a little bit of recognition on his face, but not much more than that. As far as my knowledge goes, when a demon can connect to a mortal, they're typically dragged back to the abyssal plane. But it does raise a question. And a little bit of an insight. Why they might be doing this. I mean, Garnan, have you thought about why they're doing this?
I've had assumptions, but nothing more than that.
Speaking of the skull, I'm gonna ask for that from Blue.
Oh?
I'm gonna ask for the skull from Blue.
Alright. Also, with a 21, the spell plague is a devastation that happened a handful of centuries ago. Essentially, there was some kind of combustion in the weave that went across the cosmos that interrupted a lot of spellcasters and actually infected them with a disease that rampaged over the whole of the continents. Various people had died instantaneously. Spells went wrong. Healers, instead of healing, would end up actually hurting the people they're trying to heal. There was spell rot that caused a lot of problems. Eventually, the spell plague did get cleaned up for the most part, but even to this day, there are still wizards who are infected with the spell plague. It's become inert, so it doesn't spread, but it actually. So for some of them, it caused a different effect. They actually became even more powerful because of the spell plague. It's almost as if they draw upon the magic of the plague itself to do even more powerful magic. But it seems to drain the person, whoever is using it, faster. The magic of the fuck up. Yeah, pretty much. So you go over and ask Blue for the skull.
Yep.
Roll a persuasion check.
Hi.
I'm gonna see how generous Blue's feeling.
Alright.
He's not.
Just give me the fucking skull, please.
This is for saving the goddamn world. You're gonna be stingy about a skull.
You could just easily take it from. He's not stopping it playing. You
Garnan-
can easily just take it
Garnan-
from his bag.
Yoink.
Garnan looks into the doorway, confused. Skull?
Huh?
I yoink skull.
You think of rubies?
Blue does not stop you.
Okay. I'm going to first take a sip of a flask and we can cast enhance ability on myself, enhancing my wisdom skill.
All right.
So I have advantage on wisdom checks.
Winter would have through all of this been able to get a short.
Repeat
So I
that.
can gain my bardic inspiration. Through any of this, I have been able to get a short rest to regain my bardic inspirations.
I would say if you were willing to take some time and play some music for a while, I would say that you would get your bardic inspirations back.
Okay, then I give Henrik a bardic inspiration.
All right. So
Okay, then I'm going to axe the skull.
Mary, cast guidance on him.
Mary will walk over to you, not understanding what's going on, and she will cast guidance on you. So you get an extra D4.
Grabbing the skull, going to ask it, how can we safely separate the blood, the ichor from a demon from the blood of a mortal?
Without harming it.
I already said safely.
Oh, right. Sorry. Brain dead.
Go away, Kazir. You're not here. You're on the roof.
He's speaking through a hole in the roof he found.
Hey guys, you know there's a skylight? It's kind of cool.
I can see you, but you can't see me.
Oh. Wait a minute. The skull looks at you. This is a complicated magical effect amongst the body. You would need a magic potion to separate these effects. They require various ingredients. I am unable to answer this question.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
Nice turn, Winter.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check.
Is it lying?
Insight check, add a d4 and a bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
5 plus insight plus d4.
So 7 plus 5, so that's a 12, and then you add 3, so that's a 15.
With a 15, it isn't lying, which is weird.
Oh, boy.
You notice the skull might have limitations.
Okay.
Good to
I'm going
know.
to ask another question.
We confused the skull.
Yes.
I'm asking the skull another question.
Okay.
Well, that would be too
To a
easy.
skull?
I'm going to ask the skull what the ingredients are to the magic potion to separate the ichor from the blood.
All right. The ingredients.
Okay.
Not all I can see, but 2 ingredients I know. One is a phoenix feather. The other is ashes of an ancient being. I am unable to give you the rest.
Two natural 20s.
Jesus, criminy!
2 nat 20s, you!
You better not be lying to me, boy.
The skull is telling the truth.
Damn.
Oh no, we made the skull feel bad.
Okay, I'm going to ask the skull
where I can start searching for the ingredients to the magic potion to separate Icar from mortal blood that he cannot find himself.
All right. The phoenix feather can be found in the country of Troskadal, and the ashes can be found in the ruins far to the east.
Oh, those.
Not in this con.
The skull.
That's true.
Better say you'd have to roll an insight check to see if
No.
the skull is telling the truth.
No, it would be on this con. Never mind. I was thinking west.
So already that is a 20.
The skull is lying.
I ask the same question.
Boy.
All right. The phoenix feather can be found in a city called Stratford. The ashes of an ancient one can be found underneath the city of Starlam.
Rolling inside.
Yeah.
16.
16. The skull is telling the truth.
Okay.
More
So,
reasons to
where
go to
we're
Scarlet.
going.
Wonderful.
Boy.
I'm going to ask another question.
Okay.
Does Ezra know that I'm part of the Solaires?
Even though Garnan's outside of the room, you can hear some shuffling.
Yes.
Inside check.
15.
The skull is telling the truth.
Shit.
Can you give me
Well-
the skull real fast?
Does he?
I'm going to ask the skull one last question.
Oh.
Just one. Is Formalden upset that I refused to join him?
Ooh. Oh, no, never.
I am unable to answer that question.
– 22.
The skull is telling the truth.
He knows it.
Let me see the skull real fast.
Yep, here.
Alright.
Pass me the skull.
Blue whispers to the skull.
You're lagging.
Beep boop.
It's always fun. It makes me laugh. 'cause
Every
it's not
time.
clear.
Every time it does beep boop. Right. Alright. Blue leans in close to the skull, whispering to it so no one else can hear. Where is Solomon currently?
I don't know to answer.
Hold on 1 second.
You say that skull can tell the truth, right?
You're not using it again.
No, I don't want to know about Ezra. I have another thing.
Not about your dad either.
No, it's not him.
Solomon
Kadir wasn't actually saying that.
is in a city called Zelatar.
Also, Feliz is gay.
Well, that answers that question. Throw Skull over his shoulder.
No, seriously. If you want to roll an insight check, you can. Garnet is basically just telling you if he wants
Natural
to-
20.
Natural 20.
On
This-
insight check?
on the skull.
Oh, okay.
The skull is telling the truth.
Yeah. Zealot?
Zelatar. Zelatar. Hold on a second. Zelatar.
Okay.
However, whether or not Balloon knows where that is, that's a debatable thing.
He does not, but he was just checking if Solomon was nearby, because he does not want to see Solomon. So,
Okay.
Skullaman.
Skullaman.
That's the nickname I'm gonna give now.
That's fair.
Alright.
Alright.
You're in, take the skull.
Are you talking to Garnet or
Yes, I said Garnan, take the skull.
Garnet holds his hand out for it? He's still in the doorway.
I go over to him, handing him the skull.
Alright, you put the skull
He
in his
looks
hand.
he looks into the skull. Is my mother truly dead?
No.
Just no, okay. Insight check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, another one.
The skull is telling the truth.
That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. So,
¿Por
hold on.
qué?
2, 3, 4.
Poor Garnet's having a panic attack.
He is, yeah. He's been told his entire life that his mother's dead,
5.
but he never actually saw her body. So
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
You
holy
expect me to take
cow!
that?
Look at how many good rolls in this
We've gotten
I
5.
know.
asking question.
I know, this
I
might
mean,
have...
that's 5 nat 20s, but the rest are still really above, 10.
I know, this might actually have broken our record for the most natural 20s in a session.
Damn, I hope we don't
Winter.
have to go into battle.
Oh,
This
no.
is gonna end
Winter.
up tragic.
That
Yeah.
Bloodborne one shot.
True.
Winter, did you expect me
There's
to
a
figure
lot of
that out
magic
anytime
in
soon?
I expected you guys to ask a lot of questions of the skulls. A question of the skull.
Okay.
We're gonna question the
So
skull.
basically, I figured that eventually you would ask that question, or you would have come across some information to find out about it.
Okay.
Yo.
Hey,
I
Garnet, you can visibly see Garnet is in shock.
I slowly take the skull away from Garnan.
He doesn't let you.
Oh, okay.
Where is my mother?
Cock dice.
In Starlum.
That would be
Well,
fun.
I cannot answer this question.
That
It's
means
like-
he's on a different plane of existence.
If
Oh.
he was telling the truth. He?
Yes.
That's a 16.
16? The skull's telling the truth. Which Garnan, to your knowledge, if the skull can't identify it, and just so you guys know, because you would kind of have a general idea, the skull does have limitations, and you're not exactly sure how far that goes, but Garnan...
Did I guess correctly?
But Garnet, you wear something that prevents people from finding you.
Huh.
So if
Oh yeah, so does Kazir.
Yep. So if you guys are wearing something that there's a possibility that she might be wearing something that could protect her. Otherwise,
Or she could be in a place where there's magic that's
yep,
barring it.
Yep, something that's anti-magic, or possibly another plane of existence, or something.
There's a lot of things that could be
There's a lot of things that could happen to it, but just there is limitations to the skull. The skull can give a lot of information, but
Oh yeah.
but it is limited.
He lays a hand on his leather coat, looks into the skull while holding it with one hand. Where was my mother last visible to you?
Ooh, that's a unique question.
Good question. Poor Winter has to roll for that.
I wonder. Huh, never mind. I don't know what I was going to say.
Leaving the border of Troskidal into the mountains of Atharia.
Huh. And
Ooh.
Must be telling the truth.
No. Plus a genius.
That's 12.
12.
The skull is telling the truth. You guys have been getting very lucky.
Yeah.
Can I take it back now, or
He nods.
can I take back the skull?
Could
put it-
Kazir be hearing any of this?
I would say because
Just wondering.
You're on the roof.
you're on the roof, so I would say
Yeah.
no.
All right, just making sure.
And with your night vision, you can see things.
Yeah.
How
Up
high
to
is the roof?
60 feet?
Yep.
Or is it like, yeah, okay, cool. Pretty sure it was 60 feet, but yeah.
It is 60 feet.
It is 60 feet.
I put the skull back in the bag of holding. It will never be seen again.
Fair enough.
Well, Kazir has one question that he may remember to, if I remember to ask.
It'll never be.
Might want to write it down then. I just imagine you guys keep talking to the skull, and then like an anime, the skull gets a sweat bead go down the side of it.
Look, I'm tired, bitches. I need a break.
Listen, man, like I gotta answer a lot of questions.
Blue, what's your progress?
It's not very good.
Do you think you could use the help from a certain orc chieftain?
I mean, we could, but I don't know how Mary or Dahlia would feel about that.
Good point. Okay.
So you guys continue on and try to do more research.
Hold
What
on.
time
Hold
is
on.
it?
Oh,
Hold on.
Holding on.
What exactly are you trying to do?
We currently, from what I've been told, we've found many poisons for this. Ways to kill the creature. But we're trying to find a way to separate it.
You mean cure it?
Yes.
Why? If we
If-
cure them, they'll just go and do it again. There's no point in it.
No. But I've seen things, Garden. I've told you this. They're making avatars. Those avatars are normal people. They don't have a say in this. We can kill the broken skulls later all we want. I do not care about their life. But I will try and save the avatars. I will try and save
I
Solomon.
know, my brother. If there is a chance to grasp at power, he will do it. You curing him will not stop him.
I don't want to cure him. I want them dead. I want to cure the avatar.
Garden, if we weren't trying to make a cure, we'd already be done for today because we've already made plenty of solutions that lead in being poison.
Oh, you're
More
trying
damage.
to save Solomon, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Daldir actually interjects on this. Well, the thing is, Gardan, there's actually something more to this, and something we might be a little worried about.
What?
Daldir, in a little bit of shock, pulls up his sleeve, and you guys start to see what appears to be black pimples on his body.
Oh, shit.
This is a disease, and I think we might be contaminated. You see Daldir is like in a little bit of a slow panic, but he
Hold on.
sits down.
Okay. It might. And I was saying, it might be like. It's a disease at first, but it turns into a curse. Just.
You watch as Knackle comes over, and he casts Cure Disease. And now I have to roll for this.
I would like to give him Bardic Inspiration before I roll.
Okie dokie. Alright. And with Bardic Inspiration, nice. That is a 23 with his spellcasting modifier. You watch as Knackle puts his hand on Daldir's arm. And you watch as a bright yellow light erects from his hand. And you watch... oh my gosh, voice crack. You watch as he slowly moves his hand down Daldir's arm. And you watch as he does, the blackness starts to fade. And you watch as Knackle lifts his hand up. You see droplets of black blood. But as you look at it, guys,
Put it in a vial.
you hear.
Oh God.
As you see, these creatures seem to be like moving inside of this little bubble.
I bring an empty vial and a cap. Put it
You're
in
lagging.
here quick.
Okay. Knackle will assist you in...
Beep boop.
You watch as Knackle carefully moves the creatures into the vial, and you close the lid on them.
What the heck is this?
Whatever this infection is, it may be more physical than we thought. As you watch...
at least my assumption was correct.
As you watch as the creatures are swirling around in the vial.
I am holding down the cap just so they don't get out.
One moment. As you watch as Knackle reaches into his arm and pulls out another one. Here we go. And he puts it into
Hold
the vial.
on. So they're living, right?
That seems to be the case.
Does that open up more possibilities?
Possibly. But it is a bit
Well-
complicated.
Now that we have actual live specimen instead of the blood, this might help more.
Daldir just kind of leans back. This really just ponders more questions than anything else. This would explain how it spreads. Wait a minute. You watch as Daldir looks at you. Where did you find
Me?
this blood?
Remember yesterday, a house was burning in the lower district.
Yes, I recall.
We burned it.
How did the Pokemon bot end up in the D&D chat?
What? Charmander. I'm okay.
The fucking D.
That's because Stray was talking in this chat and it leveled.
Oh, okay.
That's how it works.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But Daldir looks at you, and all the bodies, they were burned, taken care of to a crisp, right?
We cut the place in oil. Booze.
You
Well,
sabotaging
very-
motherfucker, Winter. How dare you?
And all the bodies were in that room?
All the bodies were in the room. Well, all the bodies were in the basement. One of them was in the hallway to the basement, so that might have burned his.
Daldir just kind of leans back in his seat. Okay. I would believe that if this is like a disease, and if these things are like parasites, then
You need to kill the host.
I would assume so. We didn't find any of these on the in the blood of the snake. But I still don't know exactly how this spreads. It could be a parasite. But there
How
might
big are the creatures, Winter?
they are roughly the size of a fingernail.
Okay. How sporadic are they?
Very. Have you ever seen a rat if you pick it up by its tail?
No, but I could assume what that looks like.
Yeah, they
freaks out.
They freak the fuck out.
Hold on. What if you tried to inject that into... What if you... Hold on. This is me, my head.
Thought process.
No, it's... I don't know what it is. Whatever's going on with me is fucking me over. What if you tried to inject Belos's blood into that thing?
Well, the thing is, it would kill the creature, but it creates a various type of poison that comes into it. It would kill whoever the host is.
Hmm.
It's a complicated thing. The thing is, I have a theory, but it would only work on, as he points to the parasites. I could simply just banish them back to the abyss, but they are here, and I could. And without the live specimen, I wouldn't be able to figure out how to find an antidote, a cure to it. However, there also raises another question. He points to these creatures. Are they abyssal to the realm of the abyss, or are they connected to the material plane?
Only one way to find out, I think.
Hold on.
Knuckle, snake 'em.
I'm going to identify.
What's up?
Can I
Identify?
identify
You're lagging again.
creature? Beep boop.
Okay, so what about a preacher?
I was checking if I could use identify on a creature. If the
Identify.
creature was contained.
Let me check the limitations of the spell.
Choose one odd. I don't.
I don't think people count as objects or entities or whatever. My assumption would be no.
That's what I'm thinking too. But I just want to double check the.
Again, it's objects isn't specific to inanimate, so
Yeah, I would say. Because it also refers to a magic item or other magic imbued object.
well, aren't all people imbued with magic, Winter?
Well,
Isn't that the logic of D&D world?
pretty much any living person can have a connection to the weave, but not everyone does necessarily. Magic didn't create the world. Mortals just played with
That's
that.
why that's why barbarians don't always have magic. Only the
But basically, I would say no. Identify was meant to cast upon an inanimate object that does not move.
We need to go to Stratford, then we need to go to Starland. If you want, we're going to be able to make a cure for this thing.
We're going to start them anyways.
We don't have the materials at our disposal right now to make a cure.
It seems that my theory was correct, where for the first bit at least, it's a disease, and then it turns into a curse.
A living disease, apparently.
A living
So, while that's happening, Kazir,
I'm back.
I would like you to roll me a perception check with with advantage because you're still
All right.
very well hidden.
All right. Oh, good thing.
twice.
Natural
Natural
20.
See it like a shot.
You have been
Another natural 20.
You have been sitting on this roof for a long time. It's cold. It's starting to get uncomfortable. You've gotten up to stretch a handful of times because it's just been you sitting on this roof. But you know you're training.
Yeah.
It's been pretty much a full day.
Of just sitting.
And while you're sitting there pondering and reflecting on everything that's been happening, you spot something. Something flying. And it seems to be coming.
Oh shit!
And it seems to be coming in your direction. With that natural 20, you can see that this, whatever this creature is, it appears to have bestial-like wings. It has a mane that goes outwards from its face. Its eyes.
Oh God!
Looking directly forward, and you see very large, sharp teeth.
Oh, fucking Chimera.
Good.
And
I'll just making sure. The arrows would still be effective, right? The poisoned ones.
to your knowledge, yes.
Okay, just making sure.
And on top of, and you do see that there is someone riding this creature. Seems to be a large creature. Seems to be a fairly large creature. And with that natural 20, as it starts coming more into view, and it can't see, and it doesn't seem to see you, you see something weird about them. Blackened veins going up the body. Their eyes seem purely bloodshot. You see that the mane, which appears to be orangish naturally, has tufts of black and gray mixed in.
That motherfucker said he'd let me go. God damn it.
And
What?
And the person riding it appears to be some kind of orc. But you've never seen an orc with grayish skin with blackish veins.
Oh shit!
I know the gray skin, not the black vein.
and you watch as it gets closer and closer, and it does not seem to be slowing down, and it's going. Kazir, I'd like you to roll another stealth check.
All right.
With advantage because you have been very well hidden this
Winter-
entire time.
Cool. Good thing I had.
During sometime with the day with our meals and things, could I have joined a bit of the
19. So yeah, that should be.
fire?
Tiny, you're lagging.
With
During the day with all of our meals and stuff, would I have been able to drink some of the warrior's fire?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Tiny, you wanna sip? You gonna give me a sip?
What?
You wanna give me a
Yes,
sip?
give
sure.
guard.
Winter, will you allow that?
I will say if Blue is in a sharing mood, yes.
Blue.
Blue shares with Garden because he keeps track. He keeps watch.
You're probably gonna have to remind me because I assume we're about to end.
But you watch as this creature doesn't seem to spot you. But you watch as it skydives towards the mayor's office, and you guys inside the building hear a loud "Boosh!" as the doors burst down.
Oh.
And you watch as a Garnan, you're right in the front. You see this creature coming in. As it lands, you see a large creature, roughly about 2 feet taller than you. It is large, has a mane, bat-like wings, bloodshot eyes, several rows of teeth.
Does it have a stinker?
It does have a stinger off of its backside.
Oh
It's
lord.
a manticore.
Bigger.
It's a corrupted manticore. Oh
But-
boy.
But Garnan,
Bigger.
Garnan, just like I explained to Kazir, you see tufts of black in what it would be a perfect orange mane, tufts of gray in there too. Its eyes purely bloodshot, and riding on top of it, you see a orc, gray skin, black veins. And you notice that up the forearms, similar black spots.
Guys, we got a problem. Looks like an infected.
And he looks at you.
It's not a zombie apocalypse.
He looks over to you, Garnan.
It kind of is.
Rosho Gargri. In Orcish, he says, "You will die."
Hey, I could hear that. Yay.
Yes.
He's very pissed.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh,
Okay.
dang it. Oh, that was all right.
That
That
was
was fun.
good. I'll write down me and Guardian get advantage on initiative.
I'm gonna grab that fucking
Oh.
book.
Oh,
Ooh.
actually, Kazir, as you because you rolled so high on your perception check, as you watch what you guys would assume is a manticore, you look up in the distance,
Oh,
and you do see another figure coming, and a handful of creatures
Oh god.
coming, running up towards the direction of the mayor's office.
Great.
oh
Oh.
shit.
Is it a snake-like figure?
Two figures. Figures.
One flying creature, and you do see off on the streets coming towards you a handful of other individuals.
Oh shit. No. This is
Just
gonna...
keep hidden.
It was about time for another level up, guys.
Hopefully, that would be cool. A level up after this battle.
So,
Kidding.
what did you
No,
guys
no.
think of tonight's session?
It was pretty good. Cause you ended
My
up a little bit
my
silent.
hand hurts.
That one singular roll annoyed the fuck out of me, though.
I believe it wholeheartedly.
You
It's
actually
only
creeped me
natural
out during
20s.
the one thing.
How did you like that?
I didn't. That's how.
Oh, oh, Mora, you finally got to witness what he does with Blue's dreams.
This is true.
No, this was worse. This was actually real.
Oh, trust me, I've traumatized Blue pretty badly, actually.
You, you
Well,
have.
To clarify, when Blue meant dreams, he meant visions, not dreams.
Visions.
However,
Visions rather than dreams.
would you guys in the party like to know what the name of the last being is?
Yes.
What?
The last
What they
Abyssal
talked
Lord.
about in the silence.
Sure.
Yes, please.
Sure.
Not a problem. But I say you won't learn everything that happened with Herma, of course,
No worries.
but you'll. I can at least give you the name of the last.
Fraz
Abyssal.
Blue?
Yes, Fraz Blue, and I can read to you.
Fraz
I can read to you a little bit of its context.
Okay, you do it.
I'm pulling up his information right now. Fraz Blue. All demons are liars, but Fraz Blue is the prince of deception and the demon lord of illusions.
Yep.
He uses every trick, every ounce of demonic cunning to manipulate his enemies, mortal and fiend alike, to do his will. Fraz Blue can create dreamlands and mind-bending fantasies, able to deceive the most discerning foes.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
The Prince of Deception's true form is like that of a great gargoyle, some 12 feet tall, with an extended, muscular neck, and a smiling face framed by long, pointed ears, and lank, dark hair, and bat-like wings are furled against his powerful shoulders.
Kinky.
He can assume other forms, however, from the hideous to the beautiful. Often, the Demon Lord becomes so immersed in playing a role that he loses himself in it for a time. Essentially,
Essentially, he can't even lie to himself.
he is the demonic lord of deception.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who has built.
Where's that, Tiny?
I'm pretty sure it's...
That's Valismir, is what he's saying.
Oh.
Would make sense.
Yeah?
Not that too, but I met someone different in that dream in Valismir.
What?
Oh, really?
I didn't meet Valismir in that. I met someone different.
Good.
Oh.
Wait, did you meet Solomon?
No, didn't meet Solomon.
Good.
Yet.
Wait, do we know them?
Yeah, it's...
I would say as the
No.
I would say as the dungeon master, none of you would know this character.
Okay, good.
Oh.
This character is different. He actually has not met any of you guys. However, he knows of Henrik,
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
but only because
Mhm.
because his master wanted him to.
Yeah, and not
yeah.
right.
That sounds fun.
That's maybe an interesting topic to cover.
How is Ezra not working together?
Well, you guys. Yep, you're correct. But however, you got to think for a second. Most of these guys are so insane that they wouldn't be able to come up with a master plan like this.
No, I mean, they're a bit... From what I think, their abyssals don't like each other.
Yeah, a lot of abyssals don't like each other. However, they have put their differences aside in the past. If you read the war between the abyss and the Nine Hells, many of the demons have cast aside their differences in order to cause more conflicts and chaos.
Basically, they're teaming up. A bunch of evil dudes teaming up. It's
However,
a bit like the story of Oblivion, except for if all the Daedric princes work together to ruin the world.
However, you would know, and this is something your characters would more than likely be able to put together. Most of these creatures are insane. Like, they wouldn't really have the knowledge to put all this together. Even in the war against the Nine Hells, they were literally just throwing themselves into conflict over and over again, knowing that their ranks would just reform as they continued to attack.
That's dumb.
It is, but at the same time, they're demons. However,
Blue, what?
Yeah.
However, so which means that more than likely there's maybe someone else that's pulling the strings.
Oh lord.
Oh God, it's Asmodeus, isn't it? He's the kind of person that do this.
Wow, a devil working with the demons? That's a power play.
I mean, he's done some crazy shit. I would not put past it.
He has indeed.
Yeah.
And he is very smart.
I'm nowhere near powerful enough to deal with any of that.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad.
It's time.
Winter.
Yes,
Is there a chance Garnet will meet his mother?
there is a
Yeah.
potential chance.
I wouldn't be surprised. Would be kind of pointless saying she's alive if there wasn't.
You did ask the skull where the last time she was spotted. However, she is off the radar now.
And
Glad he failed that persuasion check. If he didn't, that would have been scary.
bam. I'm pretty sure this is right. Not sure though.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be Fraser Blue, but I don't know now.
Well, actually, not to correct anybody here. Back when you guys were at the opera house, he mentioned that he was you asked if Blue recognized a symbol that he wore on his body in his demonic form. You notice, and once you rolled, you were able to determine that it's actually a symbol of the Abyssal Lord Grost.
So, my first guess was correct.
That is correct.
Nice.
I'll go ahead and give you the guy the person who worships Fraser Blue.
Valsmere seems to like to do things with blackmail and persuasion.
True. Yes.
So, guys, what do you think of the Abyssal Lords?
Nice.
I hate
Cool,
what you did to me.
are they? How do I spell
I don't like
Grost?
what he did.
What's up?
There was a chance I could have screwed everyone over with. Do you know that?
I know.
What?
That's the job as a DM.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about there, Herma. I mean,
Job
me
of the DM.
me doing anything wrong? Impossible. What's up?
No, you
I
didn't.
spell Grost.
No, you played it very
it's in the
smart.
D&D
which is why
chat.
I don't like.
I put it in the
Okay.
D&D chat.
Good on. Alright.
Winter, what would you do if he succeeded that persuasion check? Huh? Huh?
There would have been a series of things that might have happened, and there might have been a lot of play involved, and there might have been some back and forth, but your character was able to see through it.
Yay.
Also, poison stats.
Yes, I will send those to you as soon as possible. But I'm happy you. Yeah.
As a shopkeep who deals with the bard on the regular, manages to see through persuasion. Good job.
You know, with Darvis being, you know, without his memories, he's probably going to need that skull a lot.
Yeah, that's a good point. Will help him a lot.
I just
my name again.
I just imagine I just imagine now he's just gonna hold the skull. It's just like, did anyone love me? Where was I from? Who am I? What's my past? Who did I have friends? Was I nice? And the skull's just gonna have that one anime sweat.
Am I a virgin?
That one, no. You watch as that one anime sweat bead comes down, just like, eh.
Garnan just picks up the skull.
Do I have a chance with the angel?
No.
Shake the skull a little bit. You look at the bottom. Fortune favors you today. Huh. Throw skull over shoulder. Keeps walking.
Got it.
I'm awesome. Exactly. That's how I imagine the skull. What the skull is dealing with.
Yeah. This is interesting.
I still love Garnan. Just like, was Felice gay? Yes. Huh. I thought she just didn't like me. Oh well. I'm awesome. Throw skull over shoulder. Keeps walking. Knowledge is power, but it's also a curse.
Kazir has one question, one very important question to ask that skull when he gets a chance.
Oh, really? What's
Who
that?
owns his wife? Who owns?
Oh.
Really?
That actually is a
That-
really good question.
That
Because
is the
Garnan
ultimate
might actually
question.
know that person, too.
Could be.
It's very doubtful that it's possible.
Well, you know, with Garnan's criminal background, we're dealing with a lot of the razors and a little bit with the broken skull.
Good. Yeah, but yeah, that's the question Kazir will definitely ask when he gets a chance.
How dark would that be? That Baloo's father is the one who owns Kazir's wife. Wow,
That would be amazing.
That would be interesting.
that'd be dark.
Ooh.
That would be so fucked, too. Because it would give Blue even more of a reason to want to kill his father.
Oh, yeah, it would.
And Kazir will definitely want to kill it. Oh.
No, he's mine. Shoot.
That'll give
I get to kill him.
and Blue the same mission.
Ooh, that would be an interesting.
Kill the dad.
I would have been.
He's got me wife.
In all honesty, I would have been so scared if on the random rolls with the random rolls with the cube, that if you would have ended up in Westray.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of bad things that could have happened with that thing.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things that could have happened, and I'm just kind of like, in my brain, I'm like, did I just give them power that I shouldn't have?
Hey, Daddy, I'm here for your soul.
I'm the Reaper.
After we kill these guys, we're going to Stratford. We need the Phoenix Feathers.
Which one's closer, Stratford or Starland?
You need to go through Stratford to get to Starlam.
Okay, I couldn't.
But we also need to look under Starland, like where Starland was, to get the ancient.
Ashes.
Hey, that should be pretty easy though. The city is very high in the air.
Yeah, we just need to get under it.
You say that, but I have a small, tiny, teensy tiny feeling that someone's already tried to claim it.
Maybe. Who knows? I guess
That's a good point.
Guess
I wasn't lying that it was there.
Guess you'll have to go there to find out.
Oh,
Wait, Winter, did I just give you ammunition for the skull lying?
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
wait, what?
Could very much say that Blue's father is the owner.
Wouldn't
Oh,
that be funny? It's like, is the skull lying? No. Insight check, natural 1. It has to be true.
Well,
That would be amazing.
Just, this is for killing this is for taking Kazir's wife. I don't even know who Kazir is. You lying sack of shit.
You took everything from me.
You lying sack of shite. I swear to God, I will feed you your own fucking Lucky Charms.
I'm sorry, that just caught me so off guard.
Here, I'll feed you some food. Here, have some Clover's horseshoes and stars. Clovers and balloons.
You ruined Irish accents for me. God dang it.
What?
Why? You ruined Irish accents for me.
By the way, how did you feel about Famalden's accent?
You ruined Irish accents for me.
What is you talking about? My accent, my Irish accent's not that bad.
No, just with the character you ruined it for me.
That'll be fine. Don't you worry about it,
I
lad.
only forgive the Irish accent whenever I kill him and he's dead in the dirt.
Then the Irish accent will be back to normal, then quite as good as new.
It'll grow a potato.
Hi-ti-ti-ti-to. I will get a low sticker with me. Mark my words. 1,000 no's and 1 yes is still a yes. I can maybe your wingman. Blue, certified wingman. Alright, but anyways, I'm going to end this stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this. For any of you who might end up watching this on the archive, doubt it, but possible. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, press the like button. Like there's no tomorrow. And hopefully, we'll get to see every single one of you in the next Discord stream. So in the meantime, take care, stay healthy, and most importantly, I hope you all stay